Top of the top. Let's go. Let's go. What's up? Good morning. TGIF, it's Friday. What's up? We back again, y'all. What's up, family? What's up? Y'all know happy hour later, man. I might start early today, man. It's feeling good today. How many of y'all feeling good today? Yeah, it's a good spring, man. I'm going to keep telling you, man. They're going to try to have a lot of people in dark clouds of depression. But guess what? I'm having fun with all this. But then again, we already had fun with the whole thing, so I'm lying. I ain't getting too many laughs. I got all those already. We're going to keep getting it in. Now, I'm talking to my family today. Where y'all at, man? I need y'all to holler at me in the chat today, man. All right. What up, Punches? I see you, bro. What up, C Mills? What I've been saying about Chris Brown. What I tell you about Chris Brown about 2 years ago. What I've been saying about Chris Brown recently. We just been talking about Chris Brown. What we've been talking. What's been said? Huh? All right. Once again, I gotta keep going backwards like a dummy. All right, because everybody late. So I gotta go back. What's up, Critical Smoker? What's up? Hey, Critical Smoker, you real strategic with your shit. That's what's up. What's up? Shout out to Critical Smoker. See, that's how you do promotion. What up, family? What's up? What's up, family? What's up? Let's get it. So anyway, let's go. Look. Hey, y'all. Hold up. What's up, Fatima? What's up? All right, I'm looking in the chat. All right. Then I tell Chris Brown he need to get low. Then I said if Chris Brown was smart, he'll get out the way. I said, as long as he keep on going, he just put a nail in his own coffin. But Chris Brown, he didn't want to get through his head. It's over. So I got to go through all this again. When I told you that black entertainment is over, but they don't want to get it through their head. When Chris Brown kept there, he going to keep doing tours. When I told you, they've been moving on X. Chris Brown been blackballed. They've been moving on Twitter. But once Elon bought Twitter, he put a smackdown on all that shit. They can't promote nothing. Damn it, diddytrial ain't the number one topic trending. Got none of this stuff in. Beyonce ain't trending. She still get dragged. It's a ban on black entertainment. Chris Brown didn't get it. Chris Brown want to keep going overseas, bragging about, look at the crowd. Look at my crowd. I'm like, man, he don't get it. All right, so today we going in. Once again, shout out to the replay gang. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Live us on the internet in the morning. Live us on YouTube in the morning. That's right. They used to come on in the evening. They used to come on there at night. But when they seen that guy shaking that shit up in the morning, they seen that shit go to 2,000 views in the morning. They seen that man had 2,000 people up laughing in the morning. They all came to the morning. Guess what? Where they at said now? Let's go. TGIF, glad to see everybody. We just getting started. Trust me on that, man. Trust me on that. It's a good day. Ain't nothing dark around here. Huh? Let me find out, man. Let me find out you getting wrapped up in this Diddy case. Let me find you feel, Cassie, and let me find out your stupid ass. You know how beautiful it is outside today? You know how beautiful this spring is going to be? Yes. We got a lot to talk about today. What's good, y'all? Shout out to the family. What's up? Y'all know how we do. Good morning, y'all. What's up? It's Friday, man. What's up? What's up, Tiger? What's up, D-Rose? I said, I don't know what's up with my side, but I be looking at that shit. My shit be looking slow. What's up? Hemi? What's up, Sandra D? So once again, I gotta go back into it. You know what's funny to tell y'all? Remember when I said that YouTube had me on punishment? Remember when I was talking that I was talking how YouTube do me. So right after that, about a week later, they took me on punishment. You know what I'm saying? So that's why some stuff I've been having to repeat because we got new people. Hold up. Told you, man, that's how it go, man. The noise only come when I got shit to do. I'm here the whole time quiet. When I go live, here go the fucking noise. Let's go, because we live around here to show you. This ain't Hollywood, y'all. We're going to get into it. What's up? All right, y'all. Update. Now, I already told you about Chris Brown. Now we're going to go back into it. A lot of people didn't know that Chris Brown was Diddy's nephew. They didn't know that. They didn't know that Diddy put Chris Brown with Rihanna. So we got to go back into this again. But you do know that Jay-Z controlled Rihanna. But you probably didn't know that Diddy controlled Chris Brown. And they put them together. when I told you, Diddy's the master of putting people together and staying out the way. Yes, a lot of people didn't know that Diddy was behind Chris Brown the whole time. From the beginning, a lot of them didn't know that. So, Chris Brown has been doing a lot of effery. But see, Chris Brown is just like Beyonce, y'all. So that's why I say, no disrespect, but we got to keep it real. The only reason why some of y'all are from a goofy generation, because you just love Beyonce too much, you love Chris Brown too much. I'm talking about y'all were brainwashed by these people, man. Meaning they couldn't do no wrong. So today I got to prove it again. Hopefully you get through your head by now. Hopefully you know what Diddy did to Chris Brown. Hopefully you know that. Hopefully you know what Diddy did to all they male ass. Hopefully you know that part. All right? So guess what I'm going to prove today? I'm going to prove these fools were still around Mr. P.Diddy approximately about the year of 2022 when we was in the house. Because when we was in the house, they were flossing on us. They were shining on us. They were trying to, they were showing off how they was at the party and they were still doing them while we was in the house. So I kept telling you, this is payback. This is about all the time they flossed on us. All the time Chris Brown charged his fans $1,000. All the time they did all this effery. It's payback, y'all. When I told you they don't give a hell about you, they ain't do nothing for nobody. They kept telling me Chris Brown from Virginia. He ain't do nothing for Virginia, dummy. What are we going to talk about? How Chris Brown sat his own mouth. His manager took him to sign with Diddy at 13, and Diddy turned him down because Diddy was smart enough not to sign Chris Brown at 13. So when Chris Brown got older, Chris Brown was somewhere else. But the connection is Diddy met Chris Brown at 13. Same time around Justin Bieber. I'm trying to tell you, that's when he was Mr. Chris Brown's story is also the proof to show you that people always brought youngsters to Diddy. It's called entertainment. My son wants to be an actor. My daughter wants to be a dancer. That's what it's called. They had a show on TV called Tiaras and Toddlers, something like that. I don't know. Yeah, that was one of them shows. We up. Yeah, we up live on the look. We up live, y'all. Live on the internet. I'm telling you, the internet is beautiful when you know how to use it. That's right. So all y'all take y'all dry, miserable ass. Oh, yes. Intro to that bitch yesterday that said 4 No Fam was a lie. Your mother's a lie. No, I know she a lie. Ask about your father. She told you a lie. That's right. One down doing this channel is a lie. You accuse me of a lot of shit. Don't you ever in your life fix your mother call me a liar. That's what you're not going to do, ho. Just so happen you from Brooklyn, too. But guess what? You blocked today. You're going to watch from the bushes. See, you ain't got to agree with me. Nobody has to agree with me. But when you talk stupid, when I feel like it, I'll block your stupid ass when I feel like it. All right? That's about it. All right? So I'm here to tell y'all the days of you running your big ass mouth in chat room, nobody care about that. First of all, I ain't got no feelings. No saying I have no feelings at all. All right? My shit like a light switch. It only come on when I turn it on. Other than that, you don't fuck about none of y'all. I'm talking about you haters. Ain't no such thing as a hater. That's make-believe. I ain't got no haters. Anyway, let's go. Salute to everybody that's up. That's right. They don't know. I had to stop counting them. They don't know we over 1,000 episodes. They don't know that. Should I start counting them again? Should I start putting numbers on it? Man, I done did over 1,000 lives. Which means what? Man, I done spoke about everything. Shout out to everybody that's up. Appreciate you, Black Free Thinker, for supporting every day. All right, 24/7. Shout out to the bros, all the strong men on the front line, they in the back, they all around. That's right. Everybody ain't full out here. It's just that the real got shit to do. That's it. You bullshitters, you gonna wake up 7 in the morning and say dumb shit in my chat. Guess what I know? When you say you from Brooklyn and you up 7 in the morning in my chat, I know you ain't got no job. I know you's a Brooklyn loser. That's right. My people in Brooklyn, when they up, they getting to it. Straight up. So all that typing in chat, told you, man. Let's go. Shout out to everybody that's up, man. I've been running my mouth because I'm about to drag some shit today. That's right. What else I'm doing? Fool, they didn't know I was back for revenge. For all that time, they were trying to come on in the morning. When I was coming on in the morning, now I'm back on in the morning. And guess what I've been doing? I've been turning up on their ass. Live documentaries. Let's go. Shout out to everybody that's up. Don't forget to get your membership. We will be getting into this on Sunday. But don't forget, today, we got happy hour. And I might start early today. Punches, I might. What's good? We up. We went into this yesterday. Today's a new day. But it's the same old story. That's right. Everything I said already. Why? What happened, y'all? They kept picking and choosing. How dare you fix your mouth to speak about domestic violence if you still been supporting Chris Brown since you did that to Rihanna, dummy? That's right. How many hypocrites been supporting Rihanna all this time, even though he proved to your face he's a woman beater? And on top of that, you have never seen Chris Brown with a black woman in your life. And the black woman love him the most because the white woman been cut his ass off. When I've been told you these bastards were blackballed, I was telling you because they lost their white fans. Remember when Chris Brown was that happy little boy and he was all this and that? That's when the white people loved him. So I got to use race because some of y'all won't get it. When the white people took their hands off these bitches, they been not pop stars. Guess what kept them relevant? Them Negroes on the internet. Chris Brown. Chris Brown been fucking finished since goddamn 2010, bitch. That's where he been finished. No, y'all kept all them alive. While we shaming them, they've been praising a woman beater for years. But then again, he charged his fan $1,000. But guess what? He only charges woman fans $1,000. I've been looking. I can't even get no proof of this fool charging a damn man. He been clowning y'all ass. Oh, you mean to tell me Chris Brown hang with his homeboys all day? Chris Brown be with the bros all day. But when he get to that concert, he charged the woman a band? Yep. Because they didn't want to get it when I've been telling them. I'm tired of repeating myself. Been told you they always fruity. Been told you they always zesty. Huh? Then you understand when Diddy was gripping his ass back as a little boy, he said, "Oh yeah, excuse me, miss." That's right. No, y'all. That's why Diddy was like, "Yeah, nigga, where you been at? Nigga, you been ducking me. I told you you're gonna be in trouble just like me, nigga." That's right. This last freak off, y'all, is one of the last ones he threw. In my opinion, I said it before. This one of the last ones he threw to incriminate all of the ass. Guess who else is at that one too? Guess who? Look, y'all, 2022. Guess who else at this one? Guess who else at this one? His best friend, Jay-Z, man. That's right. Right there, 2022, y'all. Well, I keep telling y'all, the diddler didn't stop. This was Diddler's birthday. Chris Brown right there. I just don't remember if this the year Chris Brown caught that assault charge or was the year before that when the girl said somebody put something in her drink. All right? So anyway, let's go. No, y'all, I've been telling y'all. Once again, let me be for real. This is why people are not respected because it's been decades of them exposing themselves. They want to talk about Cassie and woman beater, Diddy. See, now you get to see the delusional shades of these people. Everybody going in on Diddy, the woman beater, but the woman beater been right in their face for years with proof, with black eyes and everything. You done seen a woman move on with a happy-ass life, got a goddamn husband and got them on her third kid. And I've been told you Chris Brown was a damn idiot and a junkie. And I've been told you he couldn't get over that Rihanna shit, even though he got caught on camera doing blow about 2-3 times. These are facts. Even though this man was selling clothes. This is why I don't rock with y'all. If somebody took a video, you heard Funnel Fan was selling his clothes on his front line, y'all would clown and disrespect me. See? If you heard that I was selling clothes and somebody was able to film me and post that shit, you would fucking troll the shit out of him. Y'all would trash me, man. But when Chris Brown does it, it's okay. So I've been proving to y'all so much how rap entertainment has had your brain in a frenzy. This was what made y'all all stupid. When a man could beat the crap out of a woman, charge his woman fans, then sell clothes to his same fans. Then get on the internet and brag about how good he doing after he got blackballed. But meanwhile, he only made it after getting blackballed because of the internet. And they knew that you were starstruck. Because some of y'all from places in this country where you'll never see you'll never see a celebrity a day in your life. All right? And that's what happened. Another thing the internet did was, no disrespect, it made a lot of y'all from certain places, y'all just went too far. Because y'all went too far with the celebrity shit. Let's go. No, he's Diddy Jr., fool. That's Diddy nephew. Oh, guess what? They always talk about black don't crack. That's one thing. But some people, when they go to black, they never go back. That's right. That's Cassie, man. See that? Like I said, it's called Life After Diddy, y'all. That's what I keep telling y'all. Life After Diddy. You know what I mean? When Diddy done with you, he did the same thing. You think I'm playing? He did the same thing to J-Lo. You name me one black man J-Lo been with since 1999. 2000, since he's been with Diddy. J-Lo don't want to see a black. She don't want to smell. No. She don't even want a black man to hold her luggage. Nope. No, y'all. Told you what this is right here. Told you Cassie the hero. She going to be the hero. All right? Yo, I'm telling you what's going on. Now let's go. Let's go. No, just told you gonna keep. All right, y'all. I gotta be patient. Kept saying, family, all you're gonna get is embarrassment. All you're gonna see is embarrassment. Only news you're gonna see on Black entertainment is embarrassment or nasty shit. Then you're gonna see Hallebailey hold this DDG, domestic violence. And then you're gonna keep hearing this RAPE, domestic violence. But then one day when you understand that some of this stuff is orchestrated, because now they act this shit out on the internet, maybe you'll get it very clear. Maybe when you understand that life is very beautiful, but they know and understand that minds can be manipulated into depressions from social media. And then you'll understand why you're going to keep seeing all this beating, R-A-P-E and R-A-P-E. Guess what else going to happen? A lot of y'all going to start having domestic violence in your household. This Cassie, Diddy stuff going to put a curse on a lot of people. You're going to start hearing about a lot of DVs in the crib. That's what's going to happen. All right? So anyway, let's go. Y'all been letting Chris Brown get away with everything, y'all. But when Chris Brown did that, I said, family, he think he gonna duck that UK shit, but his ass he gonna go to jail. Guess what? Chris Brown proved what I said, that they're not getting no money in America. America's shut down. So the only money he been getting these past 2 years been overseas. All right? And he come out every summer. He's fucking predictable. He's an idiot. He do the same thing every summer. He tries to come out when the game is shut down. Like I said, they just been letting Chris Brown go and go and go and go. Because why Chris Brown stay on the internet? Chris Brown got paid companies. So I've been seeing Chris Brown promoting himself all year, promoting himself. Every year he does the same shit. He promotes himself, and then when it's time to go on tour in the summer, he's going to go on tour, he's going to charge woman fans, and that's it. Every year the same shit. Meanwhile, told y'all this idiot going to get locked up because he had to go overseas. Plus his ass don't understand that it is so many world politics going on right now. President overseas, all this real political talk. His dumb ass trying to do concerts. He don't get it. Let's go. No, y'all, it's all playing out. Pick one. Then I keep telling you, pick one, dummies. Then I keep telling you, pick. When I say dummies, I'm talking about those who don't believe. I'm talking about the new people on my channel coming, they chat right in their mouth. All right? Update. Anybody new to this channel, please watch previous videos before you run your mouth. Other than that, just listen up and enjoy the show. Thank you. All right? So like I said, it's all of them. You pick one. What did I say? Who's next? Who's tomorrow? Oh, then we got to talk about Smokey. We got to talk about Smokey Robinson too. Are you seeing the pattern of the generations? Are you seeing the pattern of the black slander? Are you seeing the narrative that black men ain't shit? Ooh. You see it? It's very clear. Is this a coincidence? What is this shit we looking at? What the hell is going on? I don't know, because I don't rock with dudes like that. But on TV, this stuff's starting to be believable. When you put, like I keep telling y'all, remember, I keep telling y'all, y'all pick and choose. Let's put it all together. Today on the news, you're going to see Chris Brown, Diddy, Smokey Robinson. Who else got in trouble? Somebody, I seen him kicking somebody else's name. Well, we know Toreylanez got stabbed. No, it's something else. No, it's something else. We just seen Shannon, right? You don't see the pattern yet? Athletes, actors, singers, rappers. You don't see it? Any white faces yet? Any white faces? A few, maybe. I don't know. Okay, then no. You're seeing a genre. You're seeing all the people that kicked it together. You're seeing this whole spectrum. Then I tell you, they're going to get dealt with. Chris Brown was on Def Jam. He was down with them too. If Russell Simmons is in a cave, what the fuck make y'all think y'all straight? I told you they're all delusional. They've been playing make-believe. Chris Brown said, my fans are stupid. I charged them. I've been blackballed. I got woman fans, even though I knocked Rihanna ass out. But then again, I've been told y'all Chris Brown has gay fans. That's why he been doing what he do to sustain. I've been telling y'all that all of it. When I've been cracked the code before this, I've been telling y'all this shit. They been knew they had gay fans. Because when you multi-platinum, a percentage will be women, a percentage will be gay men, a percentage will be straight men. All right? A percentage will be white people. A percentage will be kids. That's how you become a pop star. But when you lose all those fans and you just got Negroes on the internet that's stupid enough to give you a band, even though them dumb niggas don't own nothing, you feel me? They don't own nothing. They will give $1,000 to a cartoon character before they give $1,000 to their friend or help their mama pay her rent. No, y'all proven to be stupid and delusional. When you give a rich person your $1,000 after you pay for the ticket. And what he do? Give you his ass to kiss. But I did a video called Diddy Boys a while ago, and I broke down how Diddy Boys is for real. What did I tell y'all? When he gets his hands on these people, he puts a little bit of Diddy inside of their ass. But what y'all didn't get, hopefully you get it clear now, y'all. What y'all didn't know, a lot of y'all didn't know. What Chris Brown did at the Rihanna, he was under the control of Diddy at that time, y'all. Chris Brown was controlled by Diddy. Rihanna was controlled by Jay-Z. Chris Brown and Rihanna was a Diddy and Jay-Z manufactured couple. Already proved it already. All right? Let's go. We're gonna keep seeing. Apple don't fall. You're gonna get affected. R&B, Chris Brown, Diddy, woman beater. R&B, Usher, Diddy, STDs. Are you getting it? Is it hard for you to figure out? Are you still in denial? No, I keep telling you, the revelations of the Diddy trial is how Diddy gets down with everybody. Didn't his damn lawyer tell you that's how he shows affection? Didn't they tell you that? That means anybody in that man's circle, you're going to get some affection or you're going to deal in some affection. And ain't no way around it. All right? If you know his name, P.Diddy, if you know he had Usher from when Usher was a minor in the P.Diddy flavor camp, pick Usher personally. If he went to Canada and got Justin Bieber, pick him personally. When Chris Brown was 13, he met Diddy. He got mad because Diddy didn't want to sign him. So Diddy made sure he got signed somewhere else when he was 15. But see, when he made that song, only 15, you didn't know he was around from 13. When I've been telling y'all, it's Chris Brown and Usher's story, which put me on. When I told y'all this shit is so much knowledge in it. What's up, Barney King? When I found out that Diddy had a flavor camp, that's where he picked Usher at. That's when I've been put together that they've been having pipelines to pick their stars from, guys. Which also is your proof of the pedophile. All right? You didn't hear nothing about Diddy had a charter school. Kids. You don't hear nothing about that, right? No. Then you're going to see all these rich bastards. They got these things, but you don't know that they use those to pick the litter. That's right. It's going to be called a charter school. It's going to be called it's going to be some undercover name. But the ones they favor are the ones they pick. That's Usher. Diddy picked him personally. Are you getting this shit? So I'm telling you, the Geppetto stuff is playing out in your face because it already happened already. The Geppetto stuff was in the beginning. Remember when Aaliyah was around, the young star? Remember Brandy was around, the young star? Usher was around, the young star? Just know they were screwing them young stars. Orlando Brown told you, y'all just want to put it all together because you want to keep saying it's Raz B, but it's not Chris Brown. You want to say it's Orlando Brown, right? But it's not Ray J. I'm proved all of them. But you know what's worse? The ones that were younger than Diddy and them, they got it the worst. Bow Wow and them, because they was the ones they were screwing. They were screwing the hell out of them young boys. That's right. That was in the P. Diddy era. All right? I'm saying it for a reason, because Chris Brown, I kept telling us his family tree. All right? How many times I showed I ain't had time to load that up. How many times I showed a picture of Diddy on stage with Chris Brown and Justin Bieber, and Diddy looked like he want to punch Chris Brown in the face, or Chris Brown looking at Justin Bieber a certain way. And we seen Chris Brown on stage with Diddy looking straight feminine. But what they didn't understand, after Chris Brown did that to Rihanna, you didn't understand that they're cartoon characters and his role was to be the woman beater. When I tell you they act out in real life, you always see whatever they do, they'll become that character. So he went from this nice guy to this blood gangster that beat on woman. And he kept it going. That was a persona, even though he was a bitch. Reason why I say that, y'all forget Chris Brown is an actor. I told you, all the top celebrities are actors first. So, Chris Brown acted like he liked women. He acted like he was a tough guy. But the whole time, Chris Brown is so pink. He is so pink. He is so pink. And on top of that, he is a real savage. And yes, he is a fiend. I already told you that already. He been that, y'all. Because after he did that to Rihanna, y'all, he been blackballed ever since. I keep telling y'all, man, if we took away this internet, a lot of them would have been dead 10 years ago. Thank yourself, fans. Fans, thank yourself. Don't shit on Diddy now. If you bought some rock, you know damn well you need to shut up. Huh? If you bought some rock all them years, you part of this shit too. I'm just going to keep telling y'all. Because the joke's on you. If you supported Chris Brown, if you hit the fucking like button on his page all these years, that's on you. Everything is on you. All right? So you're just looking at what's playing out to the world. Chris Brown and them They don't like coochie like that. That's why they charge their woman fans $1,000. Meanwhile, they still respect Chris Brown, but he been finished. So like I said, the truth is, nobody cares about y'all guys getting abused. Y'all don't care about nobody anyway. It's proven already. R. Kelly was proven abuser. They still supported him for years after that. I think that's part of the whole shit. I think throughout the years, they were letting people go to see exactly how they get embraced after that. They seen R. Kelly get embraced after that. After what? Being accused of all that shit, peeing on. Okay. Usher, STDs. They embraced him after that. Chris Brown proved to be a woman beater. They embraced him after that even more. So like I keep telling you, y'all keep telling y'all, no, everybody's exposed. BET is exposed, y'all. Meaning, you can't cry no more. Diddy put a little bit in all of them, y'all. Yes, he did. And Chris Brown is one of them. So, people didn't get that Chris Brown actually fed into the bad guy role. I'm the bad guy now. Because he knew he couldn't be the good guy no more. He couldn't be the good guy no more. Why? Family, other people from other races don't support woman beaters. So after he did that, he been finished. It's just that you loved him because you grew up with him. You love his ass. You love all of their ass. They are fucking favorite cartoon characters in your life. Get it? They were made you big ass kids. I just be looking at how people actually been loving them. You know why I be saying that too? Thank you, Al. I'm just thinking about when I first was telling people this shit years ago. You a hater. You ain't no Chris Brown. I'm like, all right, man. I told you about it. I said, Chris Brown will get it. Why? Because I see what he's doing. When I tell you, anybody that ain't been doing right by the people gonna get their issue, y'all. For some reason, these bastards just think it's gonna be Diddy. No, it's all of y'all, man. It's the whole industry. All right, the black entertainment department is shut down. I done proved it. I'm not gonna go through it again. Nope, you gotta prove to me an executive that's gonna cut a check. Ain't no executives cutting no check. Chris Brown, they do stuff independent, guys. They do stuff independent. Record in the crib and then go on the line and then go on tour. That's it. They ain't no money being dropped off. Put it like this. The Chris Brown ain't work his ass off every summer. His money would have been shrinking. But what I say, then I asked you, I said, yo, does Chris Brown have his masters? What I kept saying. I said, he's so stupid. As long as he keep adding on and doing work and work and work, he just making that master catalog big. What I say, if you think Chris Brown gonna keep them masters, you sadly mistaken. What I kept saying, when they compare him to Michael Jackson, he gonna really be like Michael Jackson. How many times I said that, y'all? They don't listen. Now, guess what? Chris Brown is locked up out the country. His ass in the UK. That make it even worse. Huh? The way it's looking, I don't think Chris Brown gonna leave with them rights. Ain't no time we gonna see Chris Brown again. They say Chris Brown facing 10 years. Why? Because allegedly they beat the crap out of somebody overseas in UK. They don't play that violent stuff over there. That's right. Got him. So, like I said, for the people that's slow, is this a coincidence? Is this a coincidence? Chris Brown locked up? You mean to tell me Chris Brown and Diddy's locked up at the same time in different countries? Yep. But they was at the same freak-offs together in 2022, chilling together? Yep. Damn, see how life work? How we could be rich and we could be chilling at a party, but the next thing you know, both of us locked up. See how it is around them Black Cloud people? It's always going to be like that. That's right. TGIF Friday, we up. What's up, y'all? I'm watching the chat. Y'all, I don't think y'all lit like that. Let's go. So look, right? You see it, right? We're going on the journey. See? Some people go black and never go back. Here's the proof. Woman beater. Can't get right. You mean to tell me they get the money, get rich, get everything, and then turn to junkies after that? Yup. Why? Because it's psychological issues. They get jammed with dildos. Y'all don't understand they get jammed with dildos. They get flipped out. You don't understand that Diddy put that boy on drugs early. Because when you at the freak off, you're going to be at them drugs. You're going to be on them drugs. And when you with Diddy, all the time, you're going to be on them drugs. And then you're going to get it very clear. When you understand this Diddy story, if you pay attention, you will see this story in everybody's story. But you won't pay attention to it. You heard about Chris Brown with problem with women, beating on him. You heard about Chris Brown indulging in drugs. Okay, but you won't put it together where he got it from, will you? Because you're slow. Why? You were picking and choosing your characters. I seen Chris Brown bragging. Ha, ha, ha. Everybody talking about me. See? He was throwing shots. I've been paying attention to him. I said, don't worry, he gonna get this. He's an idiot. He don't know what's going on. Nope. Somehow these celebrities got supposed to have all these smarts. I got my proof that they're in secret societies, but they prove they don't know shit. I'm gonna say it again. They had no clue. They all was supposed to run. They don't get it. What I keep saying, y'all, Chris Brown, as we see, the Sandman had to come get his ass because he ain't know when to leave. He ain't know when to stop. What I said, is Chris Brown worth more dead or alive? What else I said? If Chris Brown's smart, he'll sell his catalog. See that? Bingo. So don't be surprised if Chris Brown lose everything after this. And don't be surprised if you don't see his ass again. He in the UK. All right? They got him where they want him at. Guess what, Chris Brown? This for all that shit you did, bitch. You beat on woman and you charge woman, bitch. Even though they could be single moms, you don't care. You supposed to give them money and make it a tax write-off. Idiot, you supposed to give money to the community. He don't. Hey, guess what? Now I'm gonna talk to these other people. I got people listening to me all around the world. So guess what? Around the world, listen to this. You heard about all these people in this country struggling. You heard about all this shit. So Chris Brown, he don't do that to help the community. He takes from the community. That's right. And then did it for years and years and years. Did it for years and years. I'm gonna say it again. He don't give to the black community. This nigga take from the black community. It's very simple. Because he know they all what? Stupid. That's right. And then what they do? Co-sign the shit. No, it's a reason why nobody respect y'all. Chris Brown is a clown. Pick one. Bobby Brown. Pick one. They all the same. Guess what? Guess what, guys? Chris Brown is the Bobby Brown of your generation. That's right. Bad news Brown. Anywhere they go, bad luck. Bad shit. Then I tell you, Shannonsharpe should have never had Bobby Brown on his platform. That's right. Get it? So, let me see who respects this. Where you Chris Brown fans at? How many of y'all respect Chris Brown now? How many of y'all respect this? See? But see, when a woman was going to Chris Brown concert, they didn't know it was going to be this thing called what? A reset. They didn't know that America was going to shift when social media and the powers that be was able to see these Negroes blowing $1,000 on Chris Brown concerts on ticket and giving 1,000 away. They say, okay, so this is what you guys do with your money, huh? You just ain't gonna never grow up, are y'all? All right, let's go. No, y'all. And guess what? Chris Brown trolls their ass. He clowns them. He clowns them. This is clown shit, y'all. He clowns y'all. Meanwhile, all his men, free pictures, bro. He don't charge them in. It's a bro code. All right? So understand that. What they don't understand about this shit. Check it out. Chris Brown do one show. All he got to do is guarantee take a picture with 100 women, $100,000 off the rip, just off pictures alone. Huh? He probably made more of the pictures than he do for the actual show that day. I'm talking about that one day. You know what I'm saying? That one day. Let's say that one day he getting 70,000 to be on the stage. He get 100,000 backstage. Like it's nothing. See that? Y'all don't get it. They don't get it. They stupid, y'all. Meanwhile, Chris Brown do that same shit 10 times. He done made $1 million off what? Pictures. See how I break that money down? Break that money down real clean. Because that's Chris Brown, right? All right then. No, I've been to his ass going broke because his ass blackballed. All right? But guess what? What y'all don't get, he been blackballed, but he still had to pay taxes every year. Every year he got to pay them taxes. That's why I said I've been to Chris Brown shit. After tax season, Chris Brown going on tour. I know all this shit. No, this is what Chris Brown been doing, y'all. Who respects that? He don't give to the black community. He take from the black community. Why? That's when he was with his gay fans. See him with that pink? See him with that blue in his hair? Ladies, you still didn't comprehend that Chris Brown been sustaining off his gay fan base. Why you think he wearing a weirdo hair color? Chris Brown knew when he beat on women, a lot of women turned their back on him, so he needed his fruity fans. Shout out to the Rainbow Gang. That's the truth. He knew this. They all knew this. Cameron know it. They all know it. They all knew one thing. If they ain't got no damn fans, just cater to the gay fans. They all knew that. That's why I've been showing y'all play by play how they be getting desperate. What Denzel Washington say? I kissed that man in the movie, getting desperate. No. Family, Chris Brown, all of your favorite black celebrities that lost their white fans a decade ago, they the ones been finished. And all they fans been liking Drake a long time ago, and that's what happened. That's what a lot of this shit is about. All right? But see, due to social media magic, everybody that was officially washed up, finished, career was over, was not winning at all, or was not the favorite, they only sustained for years because of their fans. Their fans kept them alive. See, when you was born and raised with Chris Brown, right? When he was 15 and you were 15, even though Chris Brown was 25, 27, 28, doing all this dumb shit, they still was loving Chris Brown. So they made Chris Brown feel himself. They love me. I seen them say it on the internet. They love me. See? Like, see what I do? They said all this stuff about me. Look at my concert. He's showing this shit in Africa. Like, I don't know. In Africa, they're going to come from 10 other places. You know what I'm saying? I seen him bragging. What I kept saying. Chris Brown going to get here. He don't understand what's going on. And then I said, what? Chris Brown want to make it like he ain't got to do nothing. When I know the truth, what y'all don't get is, a lot of y'all know this stuff. Most of the wicked stuff, it come from a while ago. That's what you hear through the Cassie story, y'all. Most of the real, why you think when they talk about the free calls, they also go back to them old pictures? Because that's when they were doing the most. You know what I'm saying? Remember when the internet wasn't out? I think that's when they were doing the most, before cell phones. That's what I mean. See? Then as cell phones came out, I think they toned that shit down a little bit. That's why you're gonna see, y'all. Most of these epic stuff, it's old. And I think as time went on, they started doing that. Give me your cell phone, put that up. But before them damn cell phones, y'all, I think that's when they was getting the craziest. Yes. We seen it. Why? The picture with them all in the bed with Aaliyah. We see. That's giving us a clue how wild they was. Imagine we was able to see what they did that night. No, that's they got wilder. They were more wild back in the day. So this the game they played too. How Will and them could make it like, I ain't do shit. Jamie, I ain't do shit. Meanwhile, y'all did the wickedest shit, the most shit back then, dummy. You feel what I'm saying? No, that's why I say this trial is to torment everybody. See, that's why I say this trial goes so many ways, y'all. The trial is also to torment celebrities. That's all part of it as well. Don't get it twisted. Don't get that part twisted. It's to torment their ass because they know every single thing that's going on. If they ain't do a threesome with Diddy and Cassie, they still did threesomes. Get it? See? Every time this play out, Will got to think about August. He got to think about August Alsina because him and Jada abused him, and he got to think about Bashir. Every day this shit play out, they got to pray they ain't next. You got to pay attention, y'all. That's the most significance of this. Like we said, we just getting freaky stories. But if you're a celebrity, these are some of your freaky stories get exposed too. So that's why I say this is to get them uncomfortable. Civilians, you're not a celebrity. Don't get caught up in this shit. It's entertainment. This is to torment them celebrities that was tormenting us, that were trolling us. But guess what? Chris Brown and them was at a Diddy party in 2022 when our stupid ass in the house. Guess what? It was in 2022, right after Takeoff got smoked, and it was right before 2023. So actually, this party was about 2.5 years ago, something like that. Yeah. It's less than 3 years ago. So I'm just showing y'all that nobody's innocent. And what I keep saying, who's next? Then I tell you Usher told already. Usher told already. Huh? Usher told already. You're looking at when Usher was part of the gang. And then you're going to see out throughout the years, Usher stayed away. But anyway, Chris Brown is in jail, but that's what he get. Why? Because it's called karma. Chris Brown knew damn well that shit was not right what he was doing, charging a woman like that for that money. He knew damn well that wasn't right. Because this is what I said, y'all. I said common sense. If Chris Brown was frowned upon for being a woman beater and he lost his fan base, I said, wouldn't it make sense for him to at least show love to the women and just get him free pictures? And would that not have helped him, get himself back right with people and just do some good stuff? Take some free pictures, Chris Brown. That's how you would have helped get rid of that Rihanna stuff. If you would have just took pictures with women for 10 years straight from the heart, it would have been accepted. But you didn't do that. You kept charging their ass. So Ladies, what more do you need? Chris Brown been showing you he's a fake ass pimp. I beat women ass and I charge their ass. What part you don't get? You don't get it, do you? But see, when you're around the homies, what they say? They said the homies was extorting his ass. That's another reason why he had to do that. Because the Bloods was taking his money, spending all this shit up. So don't get it twisted. The money he charged on women, he gave that money to the homies. For what? Protection. So let's go. Can't be in California without protection. Plus, he needed protection from Diddy. That's why he was with the Bloods. See that? That's how he got away from Diddy. But I keep telling you, Diddy gets them when they first come in the game. He gets them back young. Diddy got Chris Brown back then, guys. All right, I'm not gonna keep it. I'm only gonna repeat it. We got new people. That's right. So for those who don't know the history, y'all, Chris Brown drove to see Diddy. His manager took him and another young man. I think there was a group. His manager took him to Diddy at 13. Now pay attention to your mind. That's called trafficking now, guys. Back then it was disguised entertainment. Ma'am, I can make your son a star. I take him to see Diddy right now. But mama don't know Diddy like Chris Brown for real. He saw the picture, said, bring him up here. Huh? Diddy was smart. Don't sign him. Why? Something come down. I don't want nothing to do with that. Same way he ain't signed Usher. That's how I put it all together. When I said I've been doing my homework on this. Don't sign Usher. We're going to put him with L.A. Reid. Don't sign Justin Bieber. Put him with Usher. Don't sign Chris Brown. So sad. And that's how I knew all the people Diddy was dealing with, he didn't sign them like that. We went through this already. He was smart enough to know, okay, say I do violate one of these young boys. If I do business with them, any point when they get grown, they can always come back sue me and say I did something to them when they were young. So he always knew that. Don't do no business. Don't sign them. Signing other labels, didn't touch on them. That's what he was doing, y'all. Allegedly. Allegedly. I'm saying that to say a lot of people didn't know that Diddy controlled Chris Brown from day one. A lot of y'all didn't know that. So when I keep telling y'all, the diddler was a real chameleon and a real serpent, y'all. This man was a real shapeshifter, meaning he was able to make our psyche think. It's like he been around these years, but we know it's times where he was like gone. It's like he wasn't there, but he was. Because it was time where he would do stuff like go amongst Hollywood. And he'll be amongst Hollywood white elites. And he'll say, screw the hip-hop stuff. Because remember, he take the Ciroc amongst everybody. So remember, the Ciroc had to be everywhere, so he had to deal with all people. So that's why he was like disappeared, and it made people forget that he was actually a top producer, period. The top of the top. People keep forgetting. I'm not talking about making a beat or nothing. We're just talking about people forget it was like, okay, you want a hip-hop beat, you go to Dr. Dre. You want an R&B hit, you go to Puff. But people keep forgetting that. You know what I'm saying? Why they don't get, when I had to break down the significance, how everybody forget that Puffy was R&B. So I kept telling you, y'all kept getting caught up in R. Kelly. No, R. Kelly was the king of R&B singing. Diddy was the king of R&B when it comes to making them hits. Get it? R. Kelly don't make a lot of dance songs. Remember, he make a lot of singing songs. He don't make a lot of party singing songs. You know, all the married. You know what I'm talking about? The married, the singing, the partying singing, y'all. That's Diddy. So you got to remember, people always knew you go to Diddy, you're going to get that hit. That was my point to show you how he knew Beyonce before she blew up. The stories in, he knew, I done proved it. He knew Usher before he blew up. He knew Chris Brown before he blew up. When I started studying it, this how I knew that they handpicked who they wanted. When you heard about Beyonce was on Star Search, she was in the entertainment game early. I know how it go. After Star Search, mama take her to record executives, take her to record labels. That's how it go. So you don't understand, it's a playoff. It's a pipeline, y'all. See, the trick with this whole game is it's a lie. This is what the lie is. Rehearsals. We have rehearsals. Whole time, y'all, all them rehearsals, all them tryouts, is them for, that's how they pick their victims, y'all. Know why? Everything they try out for damn near, they already know they're going to pick, y'all. They always been like that. We just didn't know it. In some situations, it might be real competition, but for the most part, they always know. But guess what they know about Hollywood? We're having a casting call. Guess what they knew back then and in New York? People gonna fly from all over the world to be on this show. Guess what they gonna get? Free hotel, free stay, free everything. Guess what? Some of them, they just gonna have fun with them and send their ass back home. Yeah. Pipelines, y'all. Remember when I read it the other day? Even Jaguar said it. It's much more than entertainment. What y'all didn't get is everything is disguised as entertainment. Why? Well, if I'm a predator and you one of them parents that love that entertainment shit, the number one way I can get your minor is entertainment. And you're going to drop them off and leave them with me because you're stupid like that. And that's what happened. That's what's been happening throughout the years. It's called child stars. This is the whole thing that started. What's the phenomenon that started all this, y'all? Y'all should know. Arnold and Willis, man. That whole different strokes, that whole thing, you know, with Arnold and shit. That whole 80s thing started the child star, y'all. But what we didn't understand, we know now that whole child star really dealt with parents pimping the hell out their kids, taking all their damn money. That's why you kept hearing stories about when they got older, they were finished, right? Remember Gary Coleman got older, his ass was broke. Parents spent all this damn money. While Kobe got away from his parents, trying to spend all this damn money. We know this. How many of y'all had to pay your parents money? How many of y'all wasn't a star had to pay your parents money? All right, that's how this shit go. Cause some parents they merciful. They not merciful. Y'all get it. If some parents you try to offer some money, they say no, I'm good, keep it. And some parents they say thank you, they just keep taking that shit. Might not even say thank you. Then I said, damn, you mean to tell me you ain't give me shit? Now I'm giving you a whole lot of shit. This shit backwards, man. Anyway, let's go. So anyway, look, these are questions nobody asked. This is how I always put it together. What nobody asked? Where's Chris Brown's parents? And who was his parents? Have you ever seen them? No. They also knew, when I tell you about these pipelines, y'all, they knew all the places, programs, situations where to get what? Kids from single moms. Y'all don't get it. Bow Wow story, single mom. Get it? Chris Brown's story about his mom. Y'all didn't get this predator shit, man. Y'all don't get how it was going down back in the day, man. When they was able to play the role of mentors to the mamas. Huh? When that manager pulled up to mama house when that band said, I want to be his manager and mentor, I'm going to take him up north. They were trafficking, y'all. Same thing with Meek Mill. Got him from Philly, took him to Atlanta. Yeah, you see it now, right? No, Chris Brown has been abused. All of them have been abused, y'all. That's why he's an abuser, because he was abused. All right? But what y'all not getting in this Diddy trial, when I keep saying, it's the men that got abused, y'all, with the dildos and the baby, y'all. It's the men that got abused, but the only way you're going to see it, y'all, is through the male dysfunction and the male fear. That's the only way you're going to decode it, y'all. It's all in the story. Everybody been around Diddy can't be. Look at Ray J. All right, ladies, family, y'all been around for a minute. How long has Ray J been in this game? How many women has he had? Then the woman he got, Princess, it's all these fucking problems. You don't see it, y'all. They all got dysfunctional problems with women. How many of them are actually happy in a relationship? It's very few. They're always dysfunctional, y'all. Ladies, you always talked about how good men look. Well, why do these men so-called have all these damn problems? No, it's their mind. It's because they not, it's messed up, man. Once your backside been tormented and played with, they are dysfunctional, y'all. All of their ass. That's why you're going to see Chris Brown, his mind is not straight when he's been accused of beating a woman and he still charged woman. No. When I've been peeping throughout the episodes, I'm doing homework, I'm like, yo, they really don't like women. I put it together. I'm like, yo, I seen so many pictures of them, they don't even touch the woman. Then I see them, they with the bro, they always touching. Then I see when they with the woman, they be grilling. They be like, yo, they with the bros, they be smiling. You gotta remember, I done did over 1,000 videos, so I'm looking at all this. I'm like, hold on. I'm at one point it's just jokes, one point is speculation. Then I'm like, no, this who they are. So I've been putting in my head, this who they are, man. I ain't been fighting this shit. No, what you forget was Chris Brown now and what? Takers, they are actors, y'all. Y'all always forget they are the ultimate damn actors. His name might not even be damn Chris Brown. I'm willing to bet it ain't. You ain't noticed all the celebrities always had the same damn name? Brown, Fox, Harvey. Huh? There's so many of them got the same. Well, you'll see between black and white celebrities, somehow they all got the same last name some kind of way. Or same first names. You get what I'm saying? They be that's what they do. Anyway, we up on a Friday, TGIF. We just getting started, y'all. Once again, live document. What's up, Natalia? I'm gonna holler at everybody. We live later, y'all. We live later. What up, Big Phil? Top of the top. Shout out to everybody getting up, man. It's a beautiful day, beautiful year, y'all. And look, don't let this stuff make you depressed, man, because it ain't about nothing. Just laugh at it. It's gonna be some good stuff coming out. It's just over for them, y'all. That's right. See that? That was the good Chris Brown. So let's go back in history. When I tell y'all, that's when Chris Brown was good. And a lot of y'all kept trying to hold on to that good image that been gone a long time ago. See, all of this psychological stuff, it's the same thing. How you with that man and he been dragging you, treating you like straight dirt, but you still keep making an excuse in your head about how good he is and what he used to do. But that ain't him no more. See that? A lot of people were grown to live in the past, so they never get nowhere. What's up, Faith? What's up, RT? Yeah, see? They knew people that stuck in the past will never advance. So this what made people be delusional. It's called delusional because you don't want to acknowledge what's in your face. So you start to become a little off in the head and crazy because you know the man a woman beater. You know the man does this, that, and the third, but somehow you still love him to death. See, you know the man knocked you upside your head. You know that man gonna keep you broke. You know you ain't never gonna have nothing, but you still gonna stay. All right, because you're delusional. And it's okay because it's a mental issue. You just holding on to how that man used to treat you and what he used to do for you. But he ain't do it a long time ago, and he proved to you he ain't never gonna do it again. But this is to show you how abuse and low standards have been embedded in the minds. It's not always about abuse. It's also the teaching of low self-esteem. That's right. Not just for women, for everybody. You was taught to be in this world, take foot up your ass, and just go with the flow. But anyway, what I'm trying to tell you is, ever since Chris Brown did that to Rihanna, his damn career been over with, y'all. All right? Guess how Chris Brown been making all those years? I can tell you right now. He was doing a lot of features. Anybody hot, he was doing a lot of features. How else Chris Brown stay hot? Trending topics, throwing bottles with Drake. He knew how to, I told y'all they all know how to pimp this out. What's up, Barbara Floyd? What's up, sis? They knew how to pimp the algorithm, y'all. They knew stuff like that. So Chris Brown know, okay, I might be blackballed. You know, I might not be in the game like that. For those who don't know what blackball means, if you pay attention, you'll see Chris Brown has not been to a red carpet event in years. No red carpet event. How else I knew he was blackballed? When they called him to come down to the American Music Awards to practice for the Michael Jackson tribute. And then days before, they told Chris Brown, take his ass home. Goodbye. After they used his ass. Then it was said he was supposed to do something with the NBA, but then Lay's potato chips said Chris Brown gonna be there? Nope. And the NBA said, Chris Brown, goodbye. Ben knew he was blackballed. But he runs to that internet and the fans. Told y'all, man, everybody got to turn to dummies and kids on this shit. What I just said, the powers that be and highest up don't respect him, but you still respect him. What I say, all right, let's break it down real clear. Once again, for those who don't get it, but the other one, they get it real clear. Once the corporation's done with you, y'all, you're blackballed. All right, which means you can come on this internet all you want to, you hit any live button, but see, when they don't hire you or when they don't give you money up front, your ass blackballed. That's how it works. So it just worked. That's just how it go. Yeah, and people, I say that because people started thinking that views on the internet was for real. But that don't mean nothing. That just means you like them and you watch them, but the world don't. And it also means that they're not household names no more because they're not respected like that. Once you get tarnished, you're not. That's why I say that. I told y'all with Jay-Z. You gonna forgive Jay-Z. That's not the point. Once the whole story of him going in the room with a minor exposes him in these type of environments and in situations that are very risky. Because when you got a man that been around Diddy for 30 years, ain't no telling what he done did. So that's why nobody's going to do business with Jay-Z no more. It's set up to be like that. That's what I kept telling y'all. Anybody around for years can play make-believe and hide out, but the truth is the powers that be that cut the checks, the ones that do their research before they give money, they're going to know exactly who they are. Get it? Well, yeah, I like that show. It Is What It Is with Mace and Cameron. Check out. I like that. The numbers are good. Well, Mace was with, Diddy started their career, right? It takes the bags off the table, man. It's how it goes. Because it's dirty by affiliation when it comes to corporations. All right? Like I said, fans pick and choose. Corporations, they don't do that. All right? So anyway, you're going to see. Life after Rihanna been bad. But that was the real Chris Brown. This is what you remember too, though. Just remember when Diddy had him like that, a lot of baby oil was around. All right? Can you imagine telling Chris Brown to get in that baby oil tub? All right, then. Do you think Chris Brown was going to fight that wild man named Sean Combs off? Huh? Do you want me to think that he didn't do nothing to Chris Brown when he discovered him first? All right, y'all. The real stories in this, you got to read between the lines, y'all. You want to know if Diddy was a P? Ask Chris Brown, ask Usher, ask Justin Bieber. It's very simple. See? Before the tough guy role, before the movies. For those who don't know who pulled up, who's just in tune, you're watching a manufactured couple, a celebrity couple that they do to this day. To this day, celebrity couples be on contract 6 months to a year. Business moves. Everything been exposed on this channel and other channels. This was a manufactured relationship by Diddy and Jay-Z, y'all. Straight up. But when Chris Brown did that, he messed a lot of money up. He messed Jay-Z money up, and he had to pay for that. So guess who really had Chris Brown blackballed these years? Jay-Z. Why? The truth is, he damaged Jay-Z's property. He did that to Rihanna when she was, her prime. That's the truth. He damaged Jay-Z's money and product. So guess what that's why it was over for his ass after that, for real, y'all. That's really what happened. Put it like this. If Jay-Z probably could have got rid of Chris Brown, he would have did it. And then maybe you'll figure out why Chris Brown got with all those blood pyrus in California. Huh? When you understand that Chris Brown is from the East Coast and he ran his ass to California and got with them bloods after Rihanna, then maybe you understand why he did that. You get it? And then maybe you understand why he had to charge his fans, because he know he had to pay for that protection his ass didn't want to get dealt with. Get it? So, Chris Brown got money, but she's a billionaire. And every time he see her and ASAProcky, that shit gonna hurt his heart, because they be trolling his ass too. Rihanna and ASAProcky be trolling and clowning everybody that hated on them and thought it was a joke, and everybody that thought they was so big and this and that and third. That's what they be doing, y'all. And what I kept telling you about this game, see how Chris Brown was happy? Now, didn't I tell you they all black clouds now? They all black clouds. They all miserable. So what much money they got? When they open their mouth, you're going to hear depressive, miserable stories, right? Chris Brown is a miserable, older man going on 40 now. And sometimes when you get older and you're light skinned, sometimes it don't pan out too good in the end. Sometimes. Why I say that? Life after Diddy is bad, y'all. But one thing you're going to see about Rihanna, she always be happy and glowing. And that's how you can tell the truth, who be happy and who don't. Chris Brown is a miserable nigga. He's been miserable for a long time. Yes, he has. He's a black cloud, y'all. Chris Brown. Be proud of him now, y'all. Be proud. All right? So, all right, people around the world, pay attention. They always complain about how their community don't got nothing. But did you know that rich people actually charge them for stuff? You got rich people supposed to do for their community, but they reverse it. They make the community come to them and buy their stuff. That's what they do. Yup. Even though everything this man's selling, he could have gave to charity. So when I saw this, I knew how much of a piece of ish Chris Brown was. Okay? Let's play make-believe, all right? I'm going to turn my head. I don't know nothing about that stuff he did to Rihanna. I never heard of that. I don't know what you're talking about. But say I see this right here. Family, this might be this might be worse than what he did to Rihanna to me. Because say Rihanna was a mistake, this was on purpose, and he proved it, and he stood on it, and he did it again and again and again. See that? This was on purpose. I will sell you. I will sell this shit for y'all. Give y'all anything. And on top of that, y'all, some of the clothes like from 2010 and it was old shit. Because one of the pictures I saw the old Nikes. They were old stuff, 2013, 20. I've been to Chris Brown was a ground ball, man. This was crackhead moves. Either that or extortion moves when you got to pay them bloods. I got you, blood. Let me sell these clothes, blood, please. I got you. When soon as I sell these clothes, blood, I got y'all, man. See that? Trolling their ass. Don't get it twisted. They've been trolling Chris Brown and Drake and everybody else, laughing at their ass. Why? They really be happy. That's called a happy couple, y'all. You can't take that from them. They for real. And make it so bad, they don't got to do nothing. He don't got to rap no more. She don't got to do music no more. What did they show us that nobody want their knowledge? This is why it couldn't be promoted. I keep telling y'all, Rihanna actually showed you exactly how to be a successful artist. Do what you got to do and then get out. That's it. And evolve. That's it. Start your life. That's it. Why did she do? Why did panel like that for her? Because she wasn't focused on trying to be no damn queen. She wasn't focused on trying to keep making trending topics. She wasn't paying all these media sites. She didn't care about that. You know, she cared about that merchandise. So while Beyonce was dropping, trending topics, trying to make you think she winning, Rihanna was going to the warehouse picking out materials. I want that. I want that. She was picking out designs. She had shit to do. So you're going to see Rihanna wasn't playing on this internet, y'all. And that's why she where she at. You're also going to see when she got away from that bastard named Jay-Z, see where she at. When Kanye got away from that bastard, okay. You see Beyonce still with Jay-Z. Somehow she's still fucking working, getting embarrassed, and Cowboy Carter looking bad. Because that's Jay-Z for you. That's right. Get it? All right there. No, y'all. He been messed up since then. When Diddy played with your booty and rubbed you a baby oil, you never be right after that. So you can be with the baddest chick, and somehow you might just want to punch in the face out of nowhere. That's right. But that's them. No, Chris Brown is a weirdo. All of them are weirdos. You ain't comprehend. They all functioning weirdos. All right? He's only weird. You don't think this going to torment him to the day? Bro, you had ex-girlfriends. You had ex-wives. But you never had an ex that turned into a billionaire after you beat ass. That hurts, bro. That hurts a lot. That's going to hurt Chris. That's going to haunt Chris Brown to the day he died. I already know. But I already assumed Chris Brown's going to go out like Michael Jackson. I'm going to be real. I already assumed that Chris Brown's going to be found somewhere anyway. When it's all said, I don't care if it's this year, next year, I don't care. It's going to end bad for Chris Brown. But then again, I tell you it always end bad for the black celebrity. It's in the story, y'all. It never going to fail. It's going to end so bad for him. He's going to be the elder Barge of our generation. It's going to be real bad for him. Yup. So, what else I've been told y'all? What you should already know. So, you're going to tell me you didn't know it was a documentary planned on Chris Brown ever since what? November? It's something about surviving Chris Brown, something like that, something of that nature. They been campaigning on Chris Brown, y'all. It's just that Chris Brown been keep trying to act like ain't shit going on. So what I say, they're going to get his ass. But I said that 2 years ago because, y'all, I know their affiliations. Because of their affiliations and their proven behavior is why I know they're not getting away. All right? Chris Brown, how many sexual assaults did he have? Y'all didn't get into that. How many sexual assaults did this guy have? All right? How many? He had one recent with Diddy. This guy had about 3-4 sexual assaults, y'all. After beating women, after charging women. No, that's who he is, Diddy Jr. All right? You got it clear now? They don't like women. They don't like women. Because when Diddy finished with their ass, y'all, they never the same. You're going to see a little Diddy in all of them. Him, Justin Bieber, all of their ass. Chris Brown arrested in England after lawsuit over alleged assault at London nightclub in 2023. The singer was sued in connection with the alleged incident in November 2023. Yup. And that is when he tried to run. His ass ran from the UK, and guess what? I think he slipped up and forgot, and they got his ass now. So guess what makes it worse for Chris Brown? He's locked up out the country, which means no special privileges. It's going to be worse. And they say Chris Brown facing 10 years. We might not see Chris Brown again. Guess what? He might lose all his music, all his masters and everything. Because I told you that's what's going to happen. Ain't no such thing as Chris Brown walking around with all them masters. Where Whitney masters at? Where Prince masters? Where Michael's at? Where Tupac's at? I don't know. Chris Brown, you're going to lose yours too. Why? It's called worth more dead than alive. What I say, He already got the same. I said they want to keep comparing to Michael Jackson, but what they don't understand, he's going to end up like Michael Jackson. First of all, I prove he's not Michael Jackson. Chris Brown swing from parachutes, hitting ropes at his concerts. Mike don't do that. When Mike moonwalk, it looked like he's coming off the ground for real. That's one. For two, they say he's going to be like Michael Jackson. Well, Michael Jackson got accused of being a junkie. Chris Brown, he started being accused of being a junkie. Bingo, boom. Then at the end, Michael Jackson was getting slandered. They would call him Wacko Jacko. At the end, Chris Brown was being called a weirdo, and he was getting caught doing blowing clubs and all type of shit, wilding out. So, therefore, I know the slander campaign comes before the death. He already got a slander campaign. Here comes the death. It's called jail. Because why? He might be facing a financial death. Yup. Chris Brown, did you think he was going to escape? You, R. Kelly, Usher, it don't matter. Pick one. Raz B told y'all what they do. If Raz B told you Chris Stokes screwed the whole R&B family, what part you don't understand? If Chris Stokes never went to jail, what you think? If you know now about Jaden, how you know about Jaden? It's out the closet. You know from his parents. But not only that, Tyler, the creator, Ben said, what? Jaden Smith is his boyfriend. DJ Khaled don't know we cracked the code on him. Once again, members only. The Pink program did it already. If you would have known about that, you're doing about all of them. We're going to talk about somebody else in Pink program too from LA that I spoke about. Yep. Update. Yes. DJ Khaled is a fat flower. Yes, he is. But guess what they all was doing that day? So you heard about something about what Will let Diddy do to Jaden. I believe it. Yep, because that's what they do. All right? But like I said, ladies, you have no proof that Chris Brown loved women, even though he knocked Rihanna ass out 10 years ago, plus 15 years ago. You have no proof since then he loved women, but he was with a woman named what? Karrueche Trans. And you have no proof on who Karrueche Trans is. So, for Chris Brown to be so light-skinned and to sing his ass off, out of 20 years plus, I don't have a lot of proof of him loving women. But I do have proof that he don't like women. I have proof of that. Diddy Jr. All right? So let's go. I know it hurts your heart, but it's okay. The thing is, why he kept charging a woman. You're looking at when Chris Brown was pandering and catering to strictly to his gay fans. He was charging the hell out of them damn women. That's about it. All right? Chris Brown been told you was a clown. Because after that Rihanna shit, he got blackballed. He lost his damn mind. He turned into a big black cloud. That's what he is. He's a black cloud and he's a damn rainbow. You ever seen a rainbow when it rain? That's Chris Brown. All right? That's him. All right? That's him. Wherever he at, something bad gonna happen. Meanwhile, when he ain't around, shit be good. See Rihanna glowing? Ain't nothing like seeing a happy woman and her husband. See, ain't nothing like a happy couple. See that? They not miserable at all. See it? And they not fake smiling either. That's Beyonce and Jay-Z do that. Don't big up the boss. Big up the one that's over 40, still on tour, getting liquor poured on the chair. Don't you never in your life try to inspire no woman to open up no damn store and have their own merchandise. Don't let no woman know they can make their own merchandise from scratch and have their own store. No. Let them keep watching that woman trying to be a cowboy. That's right. Let them keep watching that woman busting it open, name Ho-Rilla, Glorilla. Oh, don't follow that woman right there. No, you better not. All right? Chris Brown, when he took on the tough guy persona, the Diddy trial has been exposed to y'all. The exclusive details will go on around Diddy 24/7 around his party. But what a lot of y'all not catching, the key to the story is what Diddy and Cassie does when they let other men in their bedroom, mainly male celebrities. If you paid attention to the story, Cassie said it. She would have freak-offs and threesomes with Diddy because that was her time to be intimate with him. What did I say? I said that man Diddy don't do no one-on-one sex. He ain't none of that making love shit. It's in the story. He's a weirdo. Well, Cassie already knew that. Only woman gives some love with this fool, intimate love, we got to have a threesome. She knew that. But you didn't get it. Because you think they're going to say T.I. name in court. You think they're going to say Chris Brown. No, they've been giving you the secret that it's all the goddamn men around here. I'm cracked it already. Pink programming for real. I didn't do 3 hours for nothing, dummies. I'm going to update it for you. No, why I say that? Because I'm talking about shit I done spoke about 6 months ago and 2 years with Chris Brown. All right? So I'm saying it for a reason. I'm talking to the people that have been picking and choosing. Picking it. Okay, which one next, y'all? Who your favorite entertainer now? No, you're going to keep watching. Then ask yourself a question. Why is happening to the big ones? Because they're the ones with the money. Chris Brown got about 100 million. He's going to come up off that bag. Yep, that's going to happen. They spent all this money on wars. They spent all this money, all this scamming. They're getting that money back. Why? They didn't build nothing. What the celebrities thought, y'all? They were going to keep playing in our face, flossing, shining, shopping, bragging, tweeting, but now it's over with. They're going to keep charging fans a band. Ain't no damn well there's some people that have sacrificed their rent money. He know that shit. All right? The 36-year-old musician was arrested by the Metropolitan Police in Manchester, England, in the early hours of Thursday, May 15th. Why? Chris Brown been trying to sneak out the country for years. That's how he get his money. Perpetrating in America, getting all his money overseas. He been what? Selling out, doing what? Songs with Afrobeat artists. Chris Brown, you ain't slick. Ben know what he been doing, man. He been blackballed. But he was trying to monopolize overseas, y'all. It backfired on his ass. That's what happened. He's in England now, y'all. That's it. Out the country. Did not tell y'all they were foreigners. I ain't talking about England. I'm just talking about Chris Brown. It was overseas. He wouldn't have been making no pennies because he been in Africa for a minute. Yeah, he been washed up. Why I say that? Before Chris Brown, look, put it like this, make it real clear for you. At this time right here, if you'd ask Chris Brown to go to Africa, ain't no way how that was gonna happen, because he was an American favorite. Let me take y'all back to the real celebrity, y'all, because y'all forgot. This when they were American pop stars, y'all. When I tell y'all they been lost their American pop star status, it's all playing out this Diddy trial. This Diddy trial, when all this shit is over with Diddy, Smokey Robinson, everybody, every man will be assumed to be a you-know-what. When 100 years ago, they made a movie called Birth of a Nation, and they put the stereotype in it that all of these men are RAPEs, 100 years later has played out. So I'm going to keep telling you this shit. Who you think is the face of abusers? Who is the face of abuse? Let's go. Who does this to their fans? Who says so? I heard people saying ain't nothing wrong with what he doing. So like I said, that's why I don't talk to a lot of people no more neither. Because they prove to me they don't got no fucking brain. All right, let's go. All right, this is what he does. Not only charge fans, take pictures with fans, and be perverted with fans. Don't forget, y'all. Here's the proof. Only charge the woman. I was actually looking for male pictures, y'all. I be looking for him. He might got a couple, but I'm telling you, dead serious. You know why I said that? I'm like this. Okay, a fan is a fan. If he charge fans, he charge fans, right? But I'm just looking, right? Why I say that? Because I saw his concerts with the men in the crowd filming it. Men be at the shows, and I did see a man take a picture with him before. But I know for a fact all the money he charged for fans come from the woman, y'all. These are facts. Mind you, what they're not looking at, see, I go two ways. These pictures are actually proof to the world. If anybody was doing psychological evaluation on these people, they're able to see how these are the same people that would actually give him $1,000 after he was proven to be a woman beater. Then they go check the scoreboard. Who's the number one person or the victim of domestic violence? Who the main one always talking about being abused? Well, the main people that claim they've been abused, somehow they always support abusers, and it's a fact. How we know that? Well, Harvey Weinstein is in jail for abuse. Diddy's in jail for abuse. No black celebrity said nothing about nothing. Every movement, Me Too movement, don't matter the movement, nobody black said nothing. But black people are trained that what? You don't tell on black people. Let's look how they train backwards. They're trained to what? Let black people abuse them, and if you tell on them, they're snitching. Somebody abuse you, and if you tell on them, they're snitching. So who you keeping it real with? See what I'm saying? That's how they train, y'all. Yeah, that's how they train. And guess what they're going to get mad at? Racism. That's it. So look, you're watching a freak, y'all. You're watching a gay man named Chris Brown being a freak. See that? Ladies, you just didn't want to accept it. Why am I saying that? Because the Baby All Stories with Diddy is about Chris Brown too. Simple. Huh? You're looking at Diddy's birthday. What did Cassie tell you? What do you know for a fact that was said in the court of law? Whatever that man want, that man gets. Ain't no such thing as telling him no. You're looking at a Diddy party, a specific Diddy birthday party. This is his birthday when he turned 53. This is 2022. This is a month before 2023. So, at this event, one of the most modern freak-off parties. Guess who was at the party? You take a good guess. Let's go. Diddy ramps up security for star-studded 53rd birthday party after previous gun incident at recent hip-hop shooting. Huh? Who recently got shot days before this Diddy party? Huh? Takeoff. You watching them party days after Takeoff got smoked. Who is Takeoff? Well, he was a rap artist with a group named Migos on the same exact label as Young Miami. Yep. Meanwhile, it was a party after that. Guess who was at the party? Top of the top, we up on a Friday, TGIF. Love to see y'all this morning, man. It's entertainment. Take your dry ass somewhere else. This is a gender-free channel. It is nothing but fun and jokes. All right? What's up? Shout out to everybody on Green. Appreciate everybody that got their membership. I ain't get to holler at a lot of y'all. I'm going to be on happy hour later. Make sure y'all tap in. That's right. Got more coming, y'all. It's going to be a good summer. It's a good year. Enjoy the year, y'all. It's 2025. It's a new day. All that old shit is over with. This Diddy trial represents the end of an era from 93 to 2023. Bad Boy started 93 when Diddy got charged in trouble. 2023, 30th anniversary. That's right. Within that 30th anniversary, you got the 50th anniversary of hip hop. That's right. So that's why this is the end of an era, y'all. Live documentary. But what we're talking about now is Chris Brown is a part of the story. See, when you look at this as their family, it's like you got family. You got family. Y'all was together young, but then y'all branch out. And then sometimes when y'all branch out, y'all might not never see each other again or kick it again, but y'all still family. That's them. How else I know that? Well, you can Google it right now. You'll find it out for those who want more info. After the beating happened with Chris Brown and Rihanna, Diddy was on, I think, Ellen, and they asked him about Chris. They asked about Chris Brown. He said, "I'm going to talk to Chris Brown about this." He basically was like, "Yo, I'm going to talk to Chris Brown. I'm going to try to work this out for them. We're going to try to work this out." So that's when I knew that Diddy controlled Chris Brown, because it hit me years later. Like I said, I went through all of this stuff, y'all. So when Diddy said he was going to fix it between him and Rihanna, I said, okay. Then I said, damn, Jay-Z was controlling Rihanna. Then Chris Brown come out years later and said he was supposed to sign with Diddy at 13. Bingo. So I put it together. You were supposed to sign at Diddy at 13, but then when you 15, you come out of nowhere with a record. So I knew it was up. I put it all together. That's why I say this thing is done backwards, y'all. So y'all waiting for stuff to come out in front of you. Everything happened already. That's what I do on this channel, y'all. All right? I talk about the black areas. The story and the truth and all of it. So something else we're going to talk about what was the truth, y'all. Let me speed it up real quick. Remember y'all was saying people wanted to know was that guy telling the truth about Diddy and them? Remember? Check it out. Remember y'all was saying, was he telling the truth? Right here. Guess what they said? He was telling the truth. How? It came out in court. So anybody that saw that man go viral, he was telling the truth, y'all. We're going to get to that. See? But this is what I want y'all to see about this whole thing. I keep telling y'all this thing. See, being that you got a lot of liars and frauds that would see what was going on. I'm going to say it again, like I said yesterday. All of the truth was being revealed, y'all, the whole year. Everything was being revealed. The truth. They just kept telling the truth. Everything just dropping that. But what happened was you had that Kendrick Drake beef going on. You had all this other stuff going on. Because Joe Budden worked for, Joe Budden ain't want you to know this stuff. See, when I kept telling you all the big content creators with the shit, they were making sure y'all didn't get all the information because they were distracting y'all. All of the truth came out already, piece by piece by piece. It's just that you have to put it all together. That's what I did on this channel. Put it all together. So a lot of y'all gonna be waiting for stuff to come out. No, what's coming out in the case is all of the proof of the details. See, if anybody had a misconception of what went on, or say you didn't believe none of this shit, say you didn't believe nothing you heard ever, the case is to give you the details and the proof of what exactly goes on in the bedroom. And not only that, to let you know the exact behavior of Diddy 24/7, 30 years straight. Then you take the revelations in court. Then you mix that with some of the things Gene Deal told you about Diddy going shopping at sex stores, dildos, and see how that all goes together? That's why I say you got to put it together. But a lot of y'all, some of y'all don't know. You just didn't know. And then some of y'all think somebody's going to put it. No, you got to put it together. That's what I've been doing. So you got all these pieces. Once again, the story of Mace with the dildo. You got the pieces, but you got to put it together throughout the years. And it's about Diddy's freaky behavior. All right? Think about it. Common sense, y'all. How can one person be woman? You never got stories about you leaving Tory's places. I'm just saying. His story is always about dildos, freaky stuff, because they wanted to let us know this is what he does with everybody. So what I'm trying to tell you is the model is just the individual they're using to describe what these guys do, but this is really what they do with the A-list celebrities and at the freak-offs. All right? That's what it's about. See, they're describing the freak-off through little they're making you think it's just the hotel gatherings. No, they're letting you, what's going on is they're letting you know exactly what all of them do. All right? Know what he told Chris Brown? Go get in the tub. Why Chris Brown doesn't like that? Chris Brown like, man, I ain't young no more, man. Go get in the tub. All right? We had fun talking about that yesterday. But we know Diddy had grown-ass men get in the tub full of baby oil. What he told his ass, y'all? Get in the tub. All right? Go get in the tub. Chris Brown like, what? You feel me? Chris Brown, I ain't little no more, man. I ain't with that shit no more, Diddy, man. You see it straight up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but back then, see that all white? You see that right there? That was Chris Brown at an all-white party, y'all. Chris Brown was at the all-white freak-offs, all of that. It's just that he got blackballed. So when you got blackballed, you can't come to the all-white. You come to Diddy's birthday, though. That's that. So this right here is not an industry event. So for those who don't understand the industry events, the red carpet events, the annual events, Chris Brown never was invited to none of that. Chris Brown, he don't go to Grammy. He couldn't go to Oscars. You ain't never seen that fool on no red carpet taking no picture with no woman. You ain't seen it over a decade, y'all. That's how a lot of y'all didn't know he was blackballed. Yeah, you didn't have no clue. You had no clue how they was able to play magic on this internet and make you think they winning when they wasn't, because they made you think that numbers were success on the internet, y'all. But you had no clue they were paying for shit. That's why it just got stopped when you can't pay for all that stuff, man. Nobody not trending no more on Twitter because it ain't no such thing as black Twitter. When Elon bought it, no more of that fake rap views, no more of that fake black entertainment stuff. Nope, only organic shit. That's what happened, y'all. Like I said, if these platforms, they had a Diddy trial and they ain't go on their platform, they wouldn't have. Yo, you know what's funny to me about this Diddy shit? Yo, people funny as hell. But salute to the content creators that do what they got to do. This shit funny, right? I'm like, yo, how's motherfuckers giving? People be going live about the Diddy trial, right? And I be like, yo, how the hell they giving insight? How the fuck they know what's going on? For one, all right, the shit is closed off. It's a federal case, and don't nobody know shit. How I know that? I watched that with the damn TV. They talking about Diddy updates. They got the camera on the fucking court door. You got a camera on a door outside the courtroom. But they're using that for bait. That's why I say why people talking about. I seen people posting shit like so-and-so. If you want the real details on the Diddy trial, go to so-and-so page. I'm like, how you gonna get details for some shit? For one, all the main people is sealed. It's sealed people that snitch. You don't know shit. Shut up. But you show how much you want some content, right? I'm talking about the TV too. Guess what? I know. So guess what else they did on TV? Why it's a joke. I noticed this on every channel. They making only the black reporters talk about the shit. Hey, what's going on inside the case? Well, today they spoke about Cassie guzzling some pee, and I'm like, every black person got to say it. This channel, black man got it. The white person like, hey, here you go, you do it. I swear to God, every channel, here you go, you do it. You know what I'm saying? It's like live for the Diddy trial. A black woman standing right there, she got to say it. As of now, it is just a bunch of freaky talk about baby all them stuff. Every last one, I'm like, yo, why are they trolling like this? They making all the black people cover it and break down the damn details. And then I be seeing other reporters, they be smirking in the newsroom, smirking and shit, laughing and shit. I swear to God, y'all, ABC, NBC, I be watching News 12, all that shit. It's a joke, y'all. Everybody know this shit. Why? We're only getting freaky stories, y'all. But the freaky stories that I know and everybody else know, it's about the freaky stories that all of them do and what Diddy did to everybody. That's right. He made grown-ass men get in pools. He made Cassie get in pools so much, she went white. All right? She don't want to never see no black. A naked black man to her is like a gun, a loaded pistol. She don't want no parts of that shit. Nope. Y'all didn't see that? Y'all didn't understand that shit? You don't see the pattern? Cassie and J-Lo did the same thing. After Diddy, they don't want to see nothing black no more. Especially when they was with Dosky and Diddy. They don't want to see nothing black no more at all. Hell no. You talking about seeing a ghost. That's what they do, y'all. But see, what am I showing you? See how they make it bad for everybody else, bro? Now you see how Cassie was going to give you some play? Diddy messed that up? See that? See if J-Lo give you some play? All right, then. Now you think all other Negroes did that too. Same shit. All right, that's how it go. Meanwhile, why you think they been lost their pop fans? Huh? Who been keeping all them afloat? They been washed up? Huh? No, what they keep saying? Diddy should have been dealt with for what he did to Pop. But y'all still love him, right? Okay, then they bought some rock more after that. You mean even the Tupac hypocrites? You mean the ones that said they were Tupac fan, they were buying some rock too? Yup. Yeah, so that's why I say, we up on a Friday. What's up, NYC? I ain't seen you in a minute. What's up, Denise? LA Slim. Oh, yeah. What's up, LA Slim? We're going to be talking about YG. Y'all know YG a fraud, right? YG was no real gangster, man. I told y'all all the LA gangsters was actors, man. We're going to laugh at YG today. That's right. He was a joke. All of them was in the program, y'all. They got to be a snitch, and they got to wear pink. That's right. Meaning they got to be fake gangsters. That's how they was getting that money, y'all. Yo, did you know they were trolling us with CB4? Did you know we were living through CB4 with the gangster rappers? That's right. MC Gusto and them. It's the truth, y'all. We up. Give me 1 second. We about to cook. It's Friday. Shit, who cares if you got a job? Right now, you ain't got shit to do. And we up. So let's go. So look. What's up, Sandra D-Roll? Yeah. Oh, yeah, basketball players. Basketball heads. My people on the channel, what's up? Remember before the season start? What I say about Steph Curry and them? Huh? Hold up. Remember, let me speed it up for you. This why I ain't got to start a sports channel. See, I have my sports channel, but I don't go live because there's a lot of corny-ass sports people out here. So, first of all, anybody with a channel, anybody on TV, if you fix your mouth before the season to say LeBron's going to win the championship, Steph Curry, if you said any one of them big names, go ahead and smack yourself right now. Because before the season started, I told y'all, ain't none of them going to win nothing no more. I said Steph ain't going to win no more. LeBron ain't going to win no more. KD ain't going to win no more. None of them. I said all the Black American players this year will get embarrassed. and they're not going to win nothing. I said they only use them for jersey sales and gambling bets. Did I lie to you? All right then. Did Steph Curry get sent home? What they been doing all year? Faking hurt. Basketball fans, you're going to tell me you didn't notice all these fake injuries? You mean to tell me they played hard in the days of Converse? They played harder in the days of Nike Dunks and didn't get hurt? You mean Jordan played 82 games with the Jordan 1s and didn't get hurt? But they get hurt with all this technology, and they got trainers, and they got facilities, and they spend all this money on their body, but they get hurt, my leg. Or do they just fake like that? Or are they just old men perpetrating fraud? Anyway, the black experience is over. I will explain it through sports. Basketball, football, hey, it don't matter. All right, Steph Curry time up too. All they ask is finish. Swipe. Everybody that was in power under 44 era, they time is up. So I'm going to keep showing you how they're going to all keep getting embarrassed because the time is up. The country diverse, y'all, and the truth is everybody else is at the top. That's just what it is. Or I'll just say the favorite. Remember you was the favorite? You ain't no more. Get over it. It's okay because it's Friday. Another thing you don't do. Don't let that Diddy Cassie shit get you depressed. That's they freak ass. All right? Laugh at their ass. Let's go. Let's go. Because we got a lot of people to laugh at. So you mean to tell me you ain't sell your clothes, but Chris Brown selling his clothes? Really? Come on, y'all. Stop. I've been saying Chris Brown should have his ass whipped. Ben should have his ass whipped. You mean to tell me this fool was shadow boxing with Rihanna and then turn around and sell his clothes to his fans? But y'all didn't get it yet. He turned Americans into migrants. Yes, he did. When they did all these studies, that's how they knew Americans were stupid. But when I saw it, that's not really new in California, they be stupid. Because remember when I said them people in California be in them fucking deserts too much, and some of them lost their damn mind? It's the truth. Y'all didn't get it. East Coast, West Coast, different. All right? There's some good people over there, but I'm going to be real. There's some of them lost their mind. Now, let me show y'all something what happened in America. You ain't going to believe this shit. Because just know this part. Every chance they get, Rihanna and asaprocky be laughing their ass off. They be laughing at all of them, y'all. They be laughing at Chris Brown. They be laughing at Jay-Z, Beyonce, because they been getting dragged. That's right. And they getting all the shine. They billionaires. They ain't got to do music no more. And they ain't got to kiss nobody's ass. And they ain't getting locked up. And they don't got to charge fans like that crackhead. All right, let's go. Now, let me speed it up. We just getting started. Now, we're going to get back to this. Chris Brown was at the party, 2022. But let's see what Chris Brown also do. Huh? He turned Americans into migrants. Huh? He turned Americans into migrants. So, this how I know in California, y'all lunatics. Y'all will stand outside in the heat to go to a thrift store at Chris Brown house. Even though he's supposed to get out of clothes, you're going to go to his house and buy the clothes. Even though he already rich. Chris Brown don't look out for the community. He charged the community. I told you after that, Chris Brown's supposed to be had his ass whipped. That's right. Chris Brown ain't got no love for no Americans. He ain't got no love for this country, y'all. That's why his ass got caught in the UK. That's right. Good for his ass. You get it? Family. Would you be this low? I could never do that. I couldn't even have no stuff right now and do nothing. You get what I'm saying? Especially if I know it's old. I saw he had a pair of Air Force Ones from 2007. He was selling those, y'all. I ain't lying to you. Because I remember the color. That's what I was like, nah, man, hold on, man. He works at Young Miami. Young Miami was selling designer, recent shit. This fool was selling shit for 2008 when he first came out, man. No, he turns Americans into migrants, man. You don't believe me? Look at them Americans and look at these damn migrants. Same shit, man. Same shit. These migrants right here, look. See? These Americans. It's Chris Brown house. He turned them into migrants. Thought I was playing. Nope. No, y'all. Americans are stupid, y'all. That's what they are. They stupid. They stupid, y'all. Or is it just a California thing? Let me know. In New York, will we ever do this? I'm trying to think. I thought about it to myself. I said, I was like, could a rapper get New Yorkers to do some shit like this? If a rapper was selling their clothes, would people from New York go to their house and stand outside around the corner? I was trying to picture that shit. Then I was like, okay, what rapper would have the power to do that? And I would think, I was like, probably only Jay-Z. That's might be the only one. Other than that, I don't think no New Yorkers gonna do no shit like that. I don't believe that shit. I think New Yorkers are way more proud than that shit. Sorry, y'all. They ain't doing that shit. Sorry. First of all, you barely gonna get a New Yorker to go in the thrift store. They ain't gonna do that neither. But some people gonna do it. But I'm just saying, ain't no New Yorker gonna stand outside. They ain't doing that shit, bro. I'm sorry, man. I just don't see it. All right, but that's what they do in California because they fucking delusional. They go stand there and scroll, and Chris Brown is standing out there 4 hours. No, y'all. People, look, man, from Los Angeles, California. Shout out to my people in the Bay, San Diego, LA. Some of y'all, man, please come to the East Coast to visit. Please, man, before you die, come to the East Coast, man. I don't want y'all to go out like that, man. I don't want y'all to die in that damn desert and you never got a chance to see the real world, man. All right? Because it ain't your fault you live in LA and Cali. Your ancestors went out there and they dumbass didn't know in the league. Y'all got stuck out there. But I'm going to tell y'all, man, standing in the middle of deserts, standing outside on Saturday, that shit ain't cool, y'all. It is not. All right? Because they making y'all look bad out there. And what it is, it's so dry and fucked up. Y'all got to do stupid ass shit sometimes. Y'all got to do a lot of dumb shit. I'm just telling y'all the truth, man. All right? Come to the East Coast, man. Because they be dragging y'all out there, treating y'all like homeless people, and y'all got a lot of money, man. Even though I know Cali expensive, y'all get money, but somehow you always get treated like a damn bum. Sleeping in cars and shit, because rent $5,000. Come to the East Coast. Remember Suge said, come to Death Row? I'm telling you, come to the East Coast. Stop struggling in California. Come to the East Coast and get you some property. Do something. Because y'all be doing some bullshit out there. You know, they try to convince me talking about sleeping in the car is a fad. No, it's called homeless. What the fuck is called? Ain't no fad. Come on, let's go. All right? To you, she a bad chick, but to me, I see a chick shopping at Chris Brown house. That's her. All right? Here's the proof. Chris Brown charging fans, y'all. All right? So if you want to be mad why the black community ain't rise, you blame Chris Brown for that. Don't tell that shit to me. Tell that shit to Chris Brown. But you ain't going to do that, huh? Tell Chris Brown, Jay-Z, and the rest of them. No, fools. Told you ain't no such thing as no black power. Why? They ain't pull up on Chris Brown. Nobody held him accountable for robbing the black community. They want to keep blaming the white man. I ain't see no white man selling clothes like that. I ain't see him. I see him doing it. I see that man turn his house to a goddamn janky-ass Macy's. He did that. Huh? His shit worse than TJ Maxx. That's Chris Brown. See? Be proud. His dumb ass in jail now. See? Why? No good in him. If he did some good, maybe he wouldn't be in jail. He's an idiot. But matter of fact, the ones that went and bought it, they super idiots. See the coat? See the jacket? That's how I knew that was some old ass clothes. That shit from 2008, man. Stop. Stop that shit, Chris. Chris Brown should be whipped. Some of these celebrities, I'm going to tell y'all, man. I know a lot of y'all be listening to background that work for the damn country. I know y'all be fucking ear hustling. Well, what I'm going to ask y'all to do is bring back public whippings. All right? Bring back public whippings. Certain people like Chris Brown should be tied up to the Washington Monument and free lashes from the public. Straight up. Him, Jay-Z, that's it. People like that, public whippings. Shit. Because this shit ain't right. So, if you don't think people studied this shit, when I tell you on social media, everything been studied, man, as far as you know, Chris Brown could have been running, they could have made Chris Brown run a social engineering experiment just to see how many people are going to go for this shit, to see how low Americans are. All right? This shit is sad, y'all. It's very sad. Because what y'all don't get is some of y'all have lowered y'all standards so much, but now it's going to be used against you, y'all, because you kept crying about nobody and do nothing. But look who's doing this to you. So Chris Brown didn't build nothing in Cali. He just sold clothes on the lawn. All right. So now, thank you very much. Thank you, Job. All we're looking at is the different dimensions of pieces of shit. You got thick doo-doo, you got loose, you got green, you got brown. Chris Brown. All right. He's a piece of shit too. So like I said, I don't pick none of their ass because they all pieces of shit. Why? They proved it to me already. If I did believe in them, they already proved to me who they are. I'm not going to dispute it. No. All right? What did he do to Rihanna? Knocked her ass out. Then what did he do after that? Keep getting sexual assault charges. What else he do after that? Charges fans $1,000 a show. A picture. He been doing that how many years? Over 5. Then he sell clothes every year. Have you ever seen Chris Brown with a black woman? Nope. Even once? Nope. damn. Only when he charging them, that's about it. But when he with his bros, Chris Brown be happy as hell. He be with the bros. See that? Yeah, Chris Brown. I know what y'all did that day. All right now, y'all. The Diddy trial is explained. But what they're not explaining to you is this picture. You think of what Cassie said in that courtroom, and then you think about Diddy with Chris Brown and Jaden and DJ Khaled. All right? So I'm going to say it again. You think of Diddy, Chris Brown, and Jaden, and he said, get in that tub. Can you see it clear? Now, remember when you kept hearing rumors about Will Smith gave Jaden to Diddy. Any more questions? Is it hard to believe? What you don't get, they're not going to expose no Diddy, Jaden stories in court. They're not going to do that. You just have to follow the story, y'all. It's called decoding it. That's right. You know what P. Diddy did to Chris Brown? He's ashamed of himself. This picture was right after. Diddy got him first. Remember, what Diddy wants, he gets, y'all. It's in the court. If he say Chris Brown, get in the tub, that's what's going to happen. Because Chris Brown can't fight. He ain't got no guns. So that's how that's going to work. Meanwhile, he been turned Chris Brown to a flower, y'all. That's why he been able to hit them high notes. So don't forget that part. All right, let's go to this piece of shit. He turned the Americans into migrants. See the migrants? These are real migrants. This them after the border when they got on a van and came to your neighborhood. All right? This is the American migrants that were born here in this country and went to Chris Brown's house. See what he did to their ass? All right? But you're going to see her think she a bad chick. No, bro. It's called bad bitch be doing bad, like I said. She an Instagram model, but she didn't make no damn money that week. That's right. She had to go get some money for a boyfriend. She had to go get an outfit. All right? That's that. No, I knew y'all was delusional when I seen y'all shopping at Chris Brown's house. That don't make no damn sense. All right? Let's go. What we looking at, y'all? Let's bring it up to date, family. Where we at with it? We right here. Check it out. Check it out. All right? 2022. 2022. Let's go. Where we going at? To the Diddy party. Now, y'all know his behavior. Can we imagine what this fool did on his birthday? His birthday. Everybody at his party on his birthday. You know what he did on Meek Mill's birthday. You know he did what, y'all? We spoke yesterday. He got locks changed on doors. You ain't leaving. And you ain't leaving Diddy on his birthday. That's disrespect. How the hell you gonna say, I'm out, man? You know, some dudes try to be slick. They thought they knew. Like, a lot of them was trying to leave early. Why? They start seeing them cuts coming out. They were watching Diddy. Well, see, the thing they don't tell you about Diddy parties neither, when they go to Diddy parties, that shit don't be fun. But they don't tell you when they go to Diddy parties, they be scared. They don't tell you that part. Because when he say, fabulous, we're going to party, you're going to see how scared that boy got. I meant to goddamn pull it up again today. And y'all, tomorrow we'll pull it up, get us some more laugh. We love laughing at that shit. Because he had Fabulous eating on a plate with no food. Go watch the video again. He had Fabulous so scared, he would play and pretend eat. It was nothing on the tray, y'all. Fabulous was acting just like when you was a kid about to get your ass whipped, and your mama said, as soon as you finish that room, as soon as you finish that food, go in that room, take your clothes off. Your dad gonna come and whip your ass, and you just start sitting there acting like you know you finished, but you trying to act like there's food on the plate. That's what Fabulous is doing, man. When I seen Diddy come in that room, he turned Fabulous, Jadakiss, and Nori into little kids. He did. We seen Nori smoking a blunt that wasn't lit. Nori just kept hitting that shit. For some reason, his lighter just wouldn't work. I think when Diddy come in the room, your lighter just go out. But Nori was like this, that shit wouldn't work, y'all. So, I know what Diddy did to their ass. I keep telling you, we got the clues already. When he come in the room, now let's bring it back, y'all. Let's bring it back. Why? Don't forget, y'all. This ain't about nobody else. I'm talking about the gangster rappers, y'all. To prove to us the gangster rappers are punks, that's why we was able to see him punking them. That was on purpose. When you know about Diddy and Ashton Kutcher, went into that. When he was with Ashton Kutcher taught him about how to punk people. And Diddy understood the art of punking people and recording it. So when he did that to Fabulous and Nori, it was on purpose. Remember? Because he was what? Calling them daddy. What's up, Daddy? He was doing all that shit on purpose, right? All of that was on purpose. How we know that? He could have edited it out. No, that was on purpose. So I think that was from Jada and Fabulous running from his ass. Yup. I think they were running, and I think they all I think Nori helped set their ass up. Because that's why he's like, yo, we're going to party. You could see Diddy came in like Fabulous was avoiding him with some shit. Like, yo, man, what the fuck going on? We're going to party, man. What's up? I did party with you, man. And it was when Fabulous responded that let me know. I'm like, yo, man, hold on, man. I'm like, something ain't right. I'm like, yo, he is scared. I'm from New York. I know body. I'm like, yo, Fabulous he is scared. What you mean we going to party, man? If Fabulous wasn't even talking like a man, then I thought, I said, yo, when you think about it, Fabulous ain't talking like a man his whole life. So this is what I was trying to tell y'all. Let's look at it real quick right now. Shout out, y'all, for real. This is where we can prove a lot of them being fruity. Think about Snoop Dogg voice. I was just thinking about it. It's the deal, Double G. See that? Think about that voice. Think about Fabulous voice. See how his voice is? Think about Jay-Z voice. Yo, man. And then think about Diddy, what he did to all their ass. Meanwhile, Diddy only one with masking his voice. No, I'm peeping. That's who they are, y'all. Think about Snoop Dogg voice. No bass in it. Here's the deal. See? Okay. Now think about Snoop as a fruity man and think of that voice. Kind of match, don't it? Now think of Jay-Z as a fruity man with that voice. It match, right? Think of Fabulous as a fruity man with that voice. All right? Even Jay don't really got bass in his voice. See? I just talk regular. Bass on their ass. They don't talk like that. They be like, yo, man, I know what Diddy did all their ass, man. Straight up. I know what he did to them, y'all. How Cameron talk? The fruity Louie, dooey, what? How Mace talk? You can come if you want to. No bass in none of their voice, y'all. See how I put it together? No. The secret is this is what he did to all of their ass. Now let's bring it back. If Cassie told you what this man do, what the hell we think he gonna do on his damn birthday? His birthday. Guess who there? Chris Brown. Guess who else there? The big homie. The big homie was there, y'all. So like I kept saying, that 2000 shit was a jab. Huh? That was a jab, fool. No, he was there recent. What else is said? Guys, let me give you an update. Let me give you a nice update. This is the same as that year where it was a man that said he got HIV from the party. I spoke about it yesterday. This the year right here, 2022. Period. Now, only thing I don't know, if it was a freak off his party, I don't know, but I know this right here was a damn freak off. That was Diddy's birthday. All right? But 2022, it was said a man put a lawsuit on him. It's in one of them lawsuits that he contracted HIV from this party. All right? There's a party. Don't forget, y'all. You're not gonna see everybody in it, but I know who was there from that day for certain pictures. Young Miami was there, Cardi B was there, Offset was there. Get it? Yo Gotti and it was there. Moneybagg Yo. This was with the younger generation, new generation. They was all there. All right, Lil Baby and them Gunna, they was there. So I'm saying, which also your proof how Jay-Z and them was still around. Like I said, Jay-Z they're not in all the pictures. But when you know that Diddy's the man, my point is, you know when he said, yo, invitation, you can't turn down invitation. Is disrespect, y'all. So that's why I was telling y'all, certain events they gotta pull up. Because Diddy gonna take it personal. Get it? And they don't want that smoke. You see Mary right there. Then you're gonna see something else. Mary ain't showed Diddy no support. Somehow Mary got a lawsuit on her, right? Diddy called his baby mother, said, yo, Mary, get her ass. All right? Next thing you know, Diddy baby mother put a lawsuit on who? Mary. That could be from Diddy. So I'm saying, like, I keep telling you all I'm getting into some shit. So, like I said, y'all, it ain't over yet. This is getting started. Man, they might drag all of this out to 2028, meaning this year, Diddy year, next year, somebody else is just gonna keep it. Ain't gonna stop, y'all, till they all gone. Yep. Guess who else is worth more dead than alive right now? Take a good guess. Guess which celebrity, if they died, their net worth will probably quadruple right now. Think about it. See that? But what happened, y'all? They never thought it happened to them, did it? Watch DMX die. Watched Aaliyah die. They watched Whitney die. They watched a lot of people die, didn't they, y'all? But they never thought they'd get their death, did they? See, they getting a death right now, y'all. Yes, it is. It's called a funeral. That's right. And Jay-Z don't want to come. Hell no. You see it now, right? All right. What you think would happen to Mary if she ain't running 50 Cent? What y'all think would have happened? Well, I say I'm going to slow it down today. If Mary didn't run her 50 with that power, where the hell would she be at? Did you forget that Diddy put that man on her to break her ass? Did you forget that Mary went broke? But then the truth is, when you understand about Mary, her job was to sing all of the depressing ass songs on purpose, because that was her job. Sing them depressing. Now, ladies, think of all them female singers and think of all them depressing ass songs. See that? I should have cheated. All that depressing ass shit. Sound like nothing now, don't it? Yup. You didn't know you were getting curses and black spells of depression on your ass. Yup. And all them witches made sure they'll curse you so much, you'll never have a decent relationship. Guess what else? If you listen to her and you never like Rihanna, maybe it's a reason why you got a problem with men. Who knows? I'm just reaching, making shit up, but it could be true. Maybe the curse might be you ain't like Rihanna enough. Maybe that was y'all problem. Y'all liked every janky ass, fake ass singer, and that's what happened. Fuck it. Because Rihanna the businesswoman, and somehow Beyonce still getting trashed. Let's go to the Beyonce tour. If anybody don't believe she's a witch and she bad luck, you ask yourself, why they said when she comes to the city, fucking hurricanes, ice, tornadoes coming? You mean to tell me on the day she's supposed to do Soldier Field in Chicago, outside, Chicago gets a storm in May? Are you serious? Now I really starting to believe they control weather. Or is she just a goddamn witch? Huh? Is she a black cloud? What's up, Sister T? Is she a black cloud, y'all? Holla at me, man. Okay, y'all, for those who just poked up, those who just tapping in, this woman has been getting dragged for 2 weeks straight, but she brought it on herself. And you better not ask why, because I'll block your ass. If you're going to sit and act like this woman wasn't with Diddy all these years and her husband, maybe you don't know about 444. But what you're going to learn today is it's no more tricking people no more. It's no more tricking the world. It's no more lies. They don't control media no more. And that's why they're getting exposed and embarrassed, y'all. On top of this karma, all the bad stuff they did it to black people. Let's get that right first. It's no good in them. That's proven. They're all selfish. That's proven. And they out for themselves right now to the last day. Because all she been trying to do is keep her name good. Like she ain't got nothing to do with nothing. But somehow, everything been going against her. Because I know what's going on. And that's why I keep saying, how do I know what they don't know? When I showed y'all, when this country turned majority red, their time was up. Then you're going to see she started trying to pander the red people by playing this cowboy stuff. But it has not been working. So when I said Beyonce don't want to be black no more, hopefully you see it clear now. Because it's been proven already. What else? When you don't have no more of those nice white fans, somehow you're just going to keep flopping. Especially when you don't run media no more. And you don't run this thing called what? Twitter. Guess what, y'all? It is no such thing as black Twitter no more. That's dead. Don't exist. All right? So let's go. What is that? Well, that's a flashback of a Diddy leak. To bring you up to date, what did Cassie tell you? It's no telling that man no. I've been getting it, y'all. Going through this, you will see this man was reckless with his hands on camera. He is a reckless man on camera. So all we got to do is use imagination. I know what he do behind the scenes. When I saw him smack Jay-Z on his ass, not once but twice, it blew my mind. But that is when I got it through my head. He run Jay-Z ass. Because Jay-Z didn't even look at him. He didn't like, yo, Puff, what the hell you doing, man? You wilding out. He didn't do nothing. He was scared. Then on top of that, he put his arm around Jay-Z's neck and they skipped off together off the stage. Once I saw that in the discussion, then I also understood the science of the film was it was recorded. Why? Diddy gave somebody the camera and he wanted him to be recorded doing it to Jay-Z. That's how I know. How I know that? Because it was a show. It was Jay-Z, 50 Cent, Kanye, T.I., Swiss Beats. They was all there. I saw the front pictures, never saw the back pictures. The back pictures came out as a Diddy leak after he was in jail. When you started hearing about this thing, how Diddy ain't getting no love and everybody's quiet, this shit started dropping on their ass. LeBron had a video. This was Jay-Z video for him. So we been got around here. When he said what? Bop, bop. That's when I been knew what time it was. Mind you, he was hazing Jay-Z in his picture. Guess what year it was? 2007-8. It was at the end of the year. 2008. Had to do the homework. So I'm like, yo, he was already with Beyonce. He was doing this. And they did it on stage where? Atlanta. So when I told you they brought that fruity behavior to Atlanta, here's the proof. Smacking Jay-Z on his ass in front of the world. So let's slow this down again. I keep telling y'all, they already been revealing the truth to y'all, but you've been getting distracted. When they let me know he smacked Jay-Z on his ass, I get it clear. So when I watch the Cassie trial, they're just letting me know what Cassie and Diddy does to Jay-Z behind the scenes. They're also letting me know what Diddy, Jay-Z, and Beyonce did behind the scenes. They're letting me know the baby all stories and the dildo stories and the sexy, nasty behavior of the sex cult. That's all it is. So I get it clear. I told you it's playing out backwards. Everything's been told already. Everything been shown already. It's just that some was asleep, some didn't get it, some didn't believe it. And I told you it's bigger than Cassie. No, Cassie is the one telling you the truth about everything Diddy does to everybody in the industry. And it's all about men. When you make a man go to jail for 10 years, named Shine, he goes to jail after you put him in jail. And then that man come home and give you a hug and say, what's up, Diddy? That's when I've been put together. What? Man, he been told Shine ass up. Then I went into the old pictures. I know the game now. I know how this shit work. You're going to see Shine came out of nowhere. So I'm like, yo, where the fuck Shine come from? Then again, I learned Diddy always got people younger. This rap game, they make you a star, but you was somebody first. Like I kept telling you, Joe Budden was Russell Simmons' boyfriend first, in my opinion, allegedly. They get them young. They be their toy, but they don't bring them out to 18. Then you're going to see how Shine came out of nowhere. He was favorite. He was put on Bad Boy after Mace left. Go to them old pictures. You see how Shine really was. Then to prove that he was Shine, bitch, you're going to go to jail for 10 years, and you're going to come home. And when you come home, I'm going to look out for you. And that's what he did. But then guess what? Shine got kicked out of Belize too. He don't run shit no more. That's right. Plus, don't forget, Diddy kicked his ass out of the country first. On top of that, put him in jail, kicked his ass out, then say, Shine, you come back now. That's what Diddy did, but that's not new. Diddy did what? Pimped his ass. So you think that's why I kept telling you, Meek Mill, I put it all together. What he did to Meek Mill, he did to Shine. He did to Cameron. He did all of their ass. What did the person say? Diddy should be on trial for what he did to this man. Shine. Bingo. I told you. A lot of us smart people, we not decoded. Yo, y'all, we in the Matrix, man. Being that we in the Matrix, I'm just decoding it for you. That's it. That's it. I told y'all this ain't the days of textbooks. This ain't the days of people going to explain shit to you. There's no such thing as nobody teach you the truth. Did you know that? You can't teach nobody the truth, y'all. You got to see the truth for yourself. 2025 information, update your database, y'all. Remember that. No such thing as nobody teach you the truth, man. That was the biggest lie I told. All right, let's go. All right, what else was a lie in their face? How in California, they are actors. Once again, California, the home actors. Every gangster rapper, every gangster person, every single person that came out of California, Hollywood, that had a word called gangsta out their mouth, blood, crip. Guess what? They were all artificial celebrities, and they were all actors. And a lot of them were male prostitutes. They all fake. That's YG, y'all. Cali, they've been telling us, y'all. I told you, we're stupid. I've been got over it. CB4 was specifically about California rappers, y'all. How they fake as hell. How it's going to be a day where it's going to be a whole lot of MC Gustos going to come out of LA. Fake ass gangsters. But it's about New York too, because CB4 was D-Block. That's right, fake ass gangsters. That's right. No, y'all, when I tell you hip hop was the biggest prank ever played of all time, I'm not fucking playing with you. When I learned that they get these men out of strip clubs and all this other shit, favorite, yeah, that's how it worked. E40 been to college, y'all. E40 is very smart. So let me let you know, man. They all played a role of an actor, guys, and the joke was on you know who. All right? This YG today, man. YG is explaining his sexual assault situation because they got all had sexual assault. But anyway, YG is a flaming punk, y'all. That's right. He's a bag of Cheetos, guys. That's right. But if you had a pink program, you had a membership, you'd have known that months ago. So like I said, we like to sit back and watch y'all love all these celebrities, but we've been to all their ass been pink. And that's why I've been trolling the fuck out of Los Angeles, even though I got a lot of love for them. But they had to get this smoke. Because Los Angeles, they couldn't get off the hook for inspiring all these people around the world to be fake-ass gangbangers and slaughter their own community. We also charge Los Angeles as being a home of genocide promotion. All right? They are the number one home that was proud to be slayers of each other. They were proud of them gangs, right? They were proud of black-on-black crime. They were the crown kings of it, and they taught their gospel to everybody. But what I'm saying is now you're going to see that all that gangster shit was fake. So think about how that Crip named Snoop Dogg talk. It's the deal double G. Is that gangster? Okay, then. All right? No. YG was a flaming Cheeto, y'all. Here's the real YG. A Cheeto. All right? A punk. Get it? Masters are making tough faces. Let's go. Just like all of them. Let's go back. I know I'm bouncing around, but let's go back. Hold up. Let's go here. The party. See that? Ain't no party like a Diddy party, especially on Diddy damn birthday. Guess who was there? You know what happened when that sun go down. Didn't I tell you how it worked? See the daytime? Did I tell you when that sun go down, Diddy start wilding out? What they do? Get off that camera. Get off that damn camera. They start going to the back. Now let's play a game called Look. See, you're going to see in the back, people in the house looking from the back. See, that's how it works. See all the rooms? That's all the rooms they be at. Those are all individual rooms. That's right. Those two rooms probably Diddy master room, but those are rooms. But you're going to see. 2022, y'all going on 23. Ain't no party like a Diddy party. Now you think about what Cassie said. Birthday, any man he want, anybody he want, you going in that fucking room, you going to get in that goddamn baby all tub. Straight up, ain't no saying no. Ain't no saying no. Hell no. Get it? Okay then. That's the revelation, y'all. What we looking at? 2022. So when Chris Brown is locked up for an assault charge he did in the UK, that ain't the only thing he locked up for, because he been to a lot of Diddy parties. All right? Everybody's going to get dealt with in their own way because he was raised by Diddy and ain't no escaping this shit. That's right. How we knew he was raised by Diddy? What Diddy been accused of in court? Beating a woman ass. What Chris Brown been accused of? Beating a woman ass. What's in the Diddy trial? Diddy was on all type of drugs. Did you hear about Chris Brown on drugs? Okay then. But now you might can think that maybe Diddy was the one who turned his ass out. Because maybe when you deal with Diddy, you ain't the same after that. Then if you don't believe Chris Brown, ask the same thing about what? Justin Bieber. And then ask how did Justin Bieber and Chris Brown end up being damn near just alike? Because they was raised by Diddy, that's why. Then ask yourself, how was Chris Brown, Justin Bieber, Sean Kingston friends? All of a sudden, Sean Kingston has been charged with a drug charge. His mother's facing life, and they were all friends. Are you getting it? Well, Chris Brown, Diddy, Sean Kingston, Justin was at, the drugs were there. But then when you understand that all of this shit went down at the Freak-Off Mansion in Florida, then you'll know the connection. Because Florida, the Freak-Off Mansion is where everything went at. Let me break it down for y'all. Everybody new on this channel, I'm talking a lot of codes. So you got to be in tune with this channel to get it very, very clear. Now, the Freak-Off Mansion was in Miami. The house of 1,000 bottles of baby oil, that's Los Angeles, Beverly Hills. So the Miami mansion is where Chris Brown was at a lot. LeBron James was at a lot because LeBron and Diddy was in the same neighborhood. Get it? So that's why I keep telling y'all, most of the freaky behavior, that shit was like that 20 teens up into 2022. Yeah. So this was when we was in the house and it was Diddy's birthday. So we know how freaky they got. What else we know? We also know they were nasty spreading STDs when it was C19 because that's what they do. All right? So remember, this was in the pandemic, y'all. You see Mary on the couch. You gonna see what else? Mary got a lawsuit, right? I'm talking so those who didn't know, you can connect the dots and put it together that nobody's safe. It's a campaign. It's a dismantle of Black entertainment. They're not getting no more money. All of the top executives are in trouble, on the run, embarrassed, charges done. They are not the favorite on no more platforms. Only thing they probably ever get is Netflix and everything low level. See, a lot of y'all thinking people are gonna get in trouble. It's not about that. It's about everybody knows who's on those. Everybody know who went to those Diddy lists, or everybody really knows who been to the parties. They know who's on the list. They know his friends. They know the whole rap game been involved with all this shit, and that's why they're all being canceled. But they're being canceled quietly. All right, this is what I've been trying to tell y'all. This is why Smokey Robinson got a charge, because y'all don't understand. Smokey Robinson was doing the same exact shit Diddy did before Diddy. It's just that Smokey Robinson did it his way. He did it with his what? Maids. Smokey Robinson maids were Smokey Robinson's Cassies. You don't get these celebrities into trafficking, kidnapping your ass, because there's no such thing as telling them no. There's no such thing as just leaving. So you're going to do what you're told. It's just that every household, they got a disguise different. You might go to one celebrity house. They might say that's their damn niece. Or my point is, they might say, that's the trainer. You get what I'm saying? No, they ain't the trainer. That's their male sex toy. That's how it works. They might say he's the cook. She's the cook. No, that's how it works, all right? The story is in the trial. He's a freaky man. He's going to touch on you. This is how I knew when I was telling y'all before. This is bigger than what we think. When Jay-Z and his wife and LeBron had power, they didn't get in trouble. They wouldn't be in this. You never saw them be disrespected, slandered. You never saw them be dragged, because they were a king and a queen, crowned with special privileges when 44 was in office. So you see this? This is the joke that was played during the elections a lot of y'all didn't get. It says, maybe Beyonce should have sung for Kamala after all. Why? Because after they didn't want to participate in elections for Kamala, this is when they started to catch hell. This is when I came to the conclusion that they said, we're going to fix their ass, and they started giving them hell. Meaning, they started getting dragged, and Jay-Z got accused of going in a room about 3 weeks after the elections was over. All right? So I'm letting you know this is all planned out while they're going through this shit, because the Blue Party washed their hands of them, y'all. I'm not going to keep saying it. I want to talk about it. When they said this woman couldn't get male votes, it's because that man didn't want nothing to do with her. So I kept telling you, don't be mad at 47. Be mad at Jay-Z. You get mad at rapism, but you don't get mad at racism. But then again, let's reverse it. And you know what I'm saying, all right? I'm tired of saying it. You always on racism, not rapism. It's simple. Why you didn't get mad at Jay-Z? He didn't help that woman get no man votes. Why you ain't mad at him? Because he didn't come on the stage like Dale Hewley and Little John did. Why you ain't put it together that they wasn't gonna come, and they didn't come to the last minute when the shit was already over? Now go through your homework and you will see Beyonce did not come out to the month of what? October. And it was at the end, the last minute, because they didn't want to come. They made him come, and they embarrassed their ass, cut the teleprompter off, and then I told you, after that, you're going to see they started catching hell. So I told the world, they don't got power no more. I know that. New president come in, they got beef with. Then president come in, start cutting all these federal jobs. When I know rappers are federal agents. When I know rappers work for the government. I also know the president cut they goddamn protection. Why? Why the hell would the president protect them when they were talking shit about him for goddamn 10 years? Then all of a sudden after that, I see what? Malibu burned down. Let's rewind it. Maybe Beyonce should have sung for Kamala after all. Well, a month later after that, somehow Malibu was on fire and it got burnt down. Somehow, he got accused of going to room with a minor. Somehow. But maybe if she would have sung for Kamala instead of acting like the queen, maybe they wouldn't be in trouble. and then maybe he wouldn't still be getting accused of shit, because I told y'all they ain't letting shit go on Jay-Z. This is Tory Lanez's father talking about how Jay-Z and others framed his son for the shooting of Meg. I told you already. He behind a lot. He behind a lot. He gonna get his, y'all. What I'm trying to show you, they not stopping, y'all. What am I showing you? Nobody ever stopped on none of their ass. This shit been going on for a year straight. It's a campaign against them, and it ain't gonna stop, y'all, till he go down. It ain't over till he go down, y'all, because people have a lot of proof of him sabotaging, blackmailing. When you look at him as a hateful, spiteful, right, pink-ass man, he one of the ones they call a FAGGOT. He one of the ones the rainbow people don't like their ass neither. He one of them. He one of them people that's a rainbow, but he don't like rainbow people. He one of them. He don't like nobody. He one of them. He done proved it already. So, maybe it's his fault why a lot of this shit is the way it is. When it was said that people had to really be dismissed so his woman could be the queen. Then ask yourself, y'all said, why does Jay-Z drop his album every time Nas drop his album? Because that was his way of tormenting Nas. Why Benny Siegel said every time he want to drop his album, he drop his album. Because he's a hater, that's why. You got all the proof. He was a fake-ass God. Everybody's hurt, but they don't want to get it. When I told you they are going to get theirs, and I said they say the best for last, I'm still standing on that. I ain't give up nothing. Same way I said 2 years ago they're going to get Chris Brown, I was patient. They got his ass, didn't they? All right then. Why? They're all together. It's one family tree, y'all. Once you know the family tree, you're going to know it's what? All of them. And then you're going to see why Beyonce was in Chicago struggling. The Cowboy Carter tour. Ain't no people from Chicago going to that shit. They was selling them tickets, y'all. I would load up so fast I couldn't even load them all up, all the discs. Because they were selling them shits quick. I'll go back to it. They selling the tickets again. They selling her tickets, y'all. They was selling them in LA. They selling them in Chicago. Let's go. Because she bad luck. Beyonce Chicago show seen delayed due to severe weather. They said when this woman was coming, freaking ice storms coming, y'all, in May. Just so happened she was going to perform outside. She's catching hell. Now you see it with your own eyes. She was in LA. What happened? They fighting. Can't sell out shows. Fans selling tickets. She go to Chicago. What's happening? Fans selling their tickets left and right. Before the show, I loaded up for you to prove it. They selling them tickets, y'all. Why? I told you when the country turned red, they ain't gonna make a lot of noise no more. It's not about it's red. It's about that everybody that's under red, they feel like the whole Hollywood is Geppettos, sex abusers, and that's how they look at it. The whole world is looking at America like Hollywood was the home of the sexual deviants. And it's also being said that everybody that loves the Hollywood industry is sexual deviants. That's how this stuff being looked at. It is also being looked at as a cancer and poison in this country that is a threat to ruin the young generations for the future. So that's why it's getting disposed of. Everything you see happening is for the future. They don't want the future looking up to Beyonce no more. They don't want the future looking up to Diddy and Jay-Z or LeBron no more. That's what all this is about, y'all. When I told you it's a regime change, when I say you're not the favorite, you're not the role model, that's what it's about. It's a new country that was created. It's a new country, diverse, and you're not at the top, and they don't want nobody learning y'all filthy ass ways no more. Even though before when it was popular, it was cool, but now it's outlawed. That's what you're watching. All right? So now you're going to watch this embarrassment of your heroes. That's what it's about. We're going to embarrass your heroes. All right? What am I showing you? 2 minutes posted. I caught it. Just to get an update on Jay-Z, nobody's letting nothing go. 25 campaign on Jay-Z. What they say? Jay-Z is best friends with p.diddy. Why they saying that? Keep his name hot during the Diddy trial. That's right. Let him know he ain't safe. What they saying about Jay-Z as we speak. This is Tory Lanez's father talking about how Jay-Z and others framed his son. That's right. Got Megan to do it. I think Megan told his ass too. Yup. He gonna be in trouble for a lot. See? Now you see who controlled his ass, right? All right then. Jay-Z, go get in the pool. All right? Let's go. We ain't finished yet. So this is what the people say, y'all. Not me, public opinion. So Diddy on trial for being a freak. All I keep hearing about is effing and sucking. Where's the crime? Him beating Cassie, then lock him up. Lock him up for that. If he beat on Cassie, lock him up. Why are we talking about his F sessions, his freaky sessions? Was the Playboy Mansion investigated? That's what somebody said, not me. So I told you, man. Everything has already been, the most horrific details have been released, but it just had nothing to do with Cassie. Huh? All right, then. What that man said, y'all, holler me in the chat. Y'all said that man said something that was true, and people thought he was lying. Come to find out it was the truth. He allegedly was one of their sex toys as well. So when he went live and told y'all some stuff, he was telling the truth. He allegedly one of their sex toys, y'all. But what you're not getting, what I get very clear, see, they want you to just think they just did this with nobodies. But the truth is, they did this with a lot of somebodies. They throwing you off because this case is about their private freak-offs. But this is the behavior of Diddy when he was around the big freak-offs. Let me give you a clue of Diddy's big freak-off. His birthday. All right? And you know his birthday, he's going to get real freaky. All right? So like I said, you're getting a watered-down version on TV. That's what happened at hotels. But you're also getting an inside look of the pee in the mouth, the sawzall mouth. You're getting an exclusive detail of the unprotected sex of these nasty perverts. And they're not going to never tell you that Cassie's going to give head to people while she has swords in her mouth. They're not going to say that. They're not going to say the day after she gets peed on, they're going to go to a concert. And they're also not going to tell you all the other people they got peed on. Why? Because Diddy used the models to do the peeing. Yesterday, I showed y'all the Maybach Mansion. I went so fast, I forgot to show y'all something else. When I showed y'all the one meat meal yesterday, it was models right there. I forgot to show y'all, man. I'm going to give y'all a clue from now on. Whenever you see a lot of Diddy pictures and parties, whenever you see a lot of men with bald head, muscular, those be the models. So before this episode, I'm going to try to load some of the pictures up to show y'all. Yeah. That picture I showed y'all when it was at that match with Lil Durk, the models was right there in the picture, y'all. They were bald-headed. He used strong-ass models to plow your ass, whether male or woman. He used the models on your ass. The story of Cassie. Now, this is what you do, y'all. Understand how this shit work, because they're not going to tell you everything. Every story Cassie told you, you just take Cassie out of it and you put Usher there. Same thing to the Cassie, he did it to Usher. Same thing to the Cassie, take Cassie out the story, put Chris Brown in it. Because what Diddy want, he wants. All right? He wanted Chris Brown back then. That's when he had his fun with Chris Brown. He gets them young, so when they get older, he still control their ass. All right? So, this is why he controlled Chris Brown from then. But Chris Brown knew when Diddy have his damn birthday, you better be there. And he was there because he know what's up. All right? Mind you, this days after takeoff got smoked. The latest Sean Diddy Combs, 53, had ramped up security at his home, Los Angeles mansion. What's that? See? I tell you it's all in the clues, but you don't get it. It's Los Angeles mansion. So you know what they was doing, right? All right, then. His birthday party Friday, following a previous incident this past summer, he was seen in a new clip he uploaded. So long story short, let me go back to this picture. All right, they were having freak-offs 2022, y'all. Which means, let me go to this. Now let me ask you another question. Since this whole Diddy thing been going on, is Joe Budden still playing make-believe, making up bullshit topics? Guys, same thing to the Cassie, threesome, him, Joe Budden. See Cassie? Him, Cassie, Joe Budden. Take the model out the story, put Joe Budden's story. Then ask yourself, why has he been doing all these lives and podcasts with no socks on? We already went through all that. I call him a whole button. All right? You have proof of Joe Budden free balling, doing podcasts with no drawers on, right? Legs crossed, barefoot with sandals on, in your face, crossing his legs, rolling his neck. No. Joe Budden also proved to you what? He don't like women. What else Joe Budden proved to you? He what? How Joe Budden doing a woman? Bitch, I told you. Meanwhile, they still watch Joe Budden, don't they? How long will they have proof on Joe Budden? Wow, Joe Budden got a big podcast, don't he? But then ask yourself another question. How does Joe Budden and Drewski have a commercial and Drewski accused of the same shit? So, when you understand the fact that it is a proven fact that you accept rapism, these same people that accuse, they go to corporations and get a lot of money. And then they prove to these corporations, you're going to buy the product and you're going to watch. So, a lot of y'all, what you don't get is a game was played for you to put a nail in your own coffin. It's called disrespect, humiliation. On this channel, remember I told y'all before I said they're going to play this game called Just Ignore Their Ass? That's what you've been watching. We're just going to ignore their ass. And that's what's been happening. What they saying? They saying if he is locked up for beating Cassie, then lock his ass up there. And why they saying that? Because they saying this. Then charge him in Tupac's death. If Diddy was a white male and Cassie were a black female, this case wouldn't exist. See how they put the race in it? But what did I say? I'm just going to leave it alone. I just know for some people, what he did, it ain't no crime. All right? How I know that? Well, I don't see him being charged for nobody black. And I know for a fact they abuse a lot of black women. Very simple. When it's not even in court, is it? I know for a fact Harvey Weinstein abused a lot of black women in Hollywood. Somehow he was not accused by no black woman in the Me Too movement. Simple. Why? The unwritten rule they tell you is no such thing as abusing them because they freaks anyway. So they really telling you. It ain't no such thing as abusing them because they do anything for money. I didn't abuse them. I gave them the money. That's the secret. So what they saying is, if this was a black woman, guess what? It wouldn't be no damn case. Why? What are they going to say? She a prostitute anyway. That's what they going to say, right? All right, then. That's how it's going to play out. Either way, they both piece of shit. They all piece of shit. Pick one. They was running trains with that man. He had to go on the psych ward when Diddy was done with his ass. Yup. We also going to get to that Michael B. Jordan talk too, y'all. Yup. Michael B. Jordan naming this. Yup. Update. For those who didn't know, here's the proof. I'm going to tell you again. What Cassie is telling you is what Diddy does. If Diddy smacks Jay-Z on his ass at concert in front of everybody with their clothes on, can you imagine what he does behind the scenes? You have to use your imagination, folks. It's not going to be told to you. All right? It's very simple. Let's go. All right? Fake ass gangster YG, CB4, 2025. All right? Also was a prank. It was a guy named Crip Mac, was a YouTuber. He was a Disney child star, a prank. Adam 22, he really was a skinhead, a prank. All right, let's go. All right? This Diddy trial is on another level of derangement and perversion. Bingo, what I keep telling you. This case is about nothing but sex, sex, sex. Like I said earlier, if you watch this case live on TV, the funniest shit is when you see the black reporters explaining this shit. I'm telling y'all, they playing a big game. They are trolling everybody. I swear to God what they doing. When I seen an older black woman, about 60-something, breaking down the Diddy trial, and I'm watching this woman use all these horrific details. And I'm seeing this man, all these people, they making the black people explain this shit. Like, you own that shit. Right? You explain it. That's y'all music, right? You talk about it. Dead serious. That's how this shit's so embarrassing. People are smart enough to know I don't want to be on TV repeating this shit. Nope. I'm not. I will not say pee out my mouth on TV. I will not say urine. That's what they're doing. You say it. Straight up. All right? Let's go. The Diddy trial is on another level of derangement and perversion. That's right. Because that's all you hear is perversion. But what they're not telling you is this is the perversion of the game. This is the perversion of Diddy, man. That's right. Now you know what? They pee on people. Sex with no condom. Cassie says Diddy accused her of having an affair with Michael B. Jordan. During the trial, Cassie testified Diddy suspected she was seeing Michael B. Jordan in 2015 after their breakup. His name came up as she mentioned an unnamed actor in 2023 lawsuit. And that's what y'all don't get. I think after that, Diddy put Lori Harvey on his ass. Get some blackmail information on him. That's right. After that, Lori might have got him on camera with a dildo. And after that, Michael B. Jordan got quiet after that. That's right. He toned that shit down. He back out now. But he ain't come back out. Diddy was in jail. I noticed all that shit. Michael B. Jordan came out with a movie to distract. He in this shit too. But let me find out Michael B. Jordan. I read all the clues, y'all. Take the model out the story. Put Michael B. Jordan in the story. All right? That's how you do it. I'm going to keep saying it. If Cassie was with Diddy for 11 years, if he was up her ass controlling her, how did Cassie keep being accused of cheating? Unless it was from a threesome first. That's my opinion. Kid Cudi, Michael B. Jordan. We also know around here, Diddy like brown-skinned men. His preference is not dark, it's not light, it's not white, it's brown skin. That's his preference. We proved it already. We did a lot of research around here. That's right. Thanks for funding this channel. We do our own research. Thanks for the cash app. All right, that's facts. So look, right? I'm looking at a lot of this stuff as threesomes gone wrong. I'm going to say it again. Lady, ma'am, if you and your husband are swingers, but your husband is with you 24 hours a day, how can you get accused of cheating? You live with him. You don't leave him. He don't let you go out or day without you. You ain't going nowhere. You ain't leaving without bodyguard. How do you get accused of cheating? Unless it's somebody that was a willing participant you're staying in contact with. That's how I look at it. Because I know they all swingers. So Cassie was accused of cheating. Let's go back. During the trial, Cassie testified Diddy suspected she was seeing Michael B. Jordan in 2015 after their breakup. Now, why after they break up, why Michael B. Jordan? Now, look, this is another part of it. At this point, this is when Diddy started she started to torment her with the footage he had on her. Now, let's go to 2015. Speed it up. Look at all of the blackmail he got on, all the incrimination he was doing on her all this time. Now what? It's 2015. She allegedly is seeing Michael B. Jordan, but Diddy got all this shit on her. But let me make it clear for you. She allegedly was cheating in 2015, but the video she got knocked out in was 2016, which means after she was so-called seeing him, somehow she was still with Diddy after that. Are you seeing it clear? Okay, then. But maybe her and Michael B. Jordan and Diddy had some shit going on, and the shit went left. Something like that. All right? Maybe she would have threesomes, and being that Michael B. Jordan was the biggest thing smoking, he tried to convince Cassie to leave. And maybe she was going to leave like silly, but she couldn't get away from Mister. And that's what happened. She was trying to get away. She was. So, before she was getting away, I'm going to assume she was having threesomes with Diddy and Joe Budden, because that's how it's going to be. In the courtroom, it came out, y'all. What I got very clear, you know what was said? Cassie made it clear that the only time Diddy was actually affectionate with her and gave her the right attention is when they had the private threesomes in the hotel, y'all. He don't have straight sex. Him and Cassie it wasn't him. No, her way, that's part of her excuse was That was part of her way of showing him his love and compassion by letting people come in the bedroom. And she said that's when she basically would get his attention the most and get all the love and his time. In those rooms, having those freak offs, y'all. But what you're not getting is it wasn't always models. It was whoever they was with for that night that they wanted. Then you'll see Joe Budden was a nobody. He only put out one record on Def Jam. When I keep telling you, you will see one thing about Joe Budden and Cassie. They didn't make a lot of music, but somehow they've been around a long time. Because when you are the favorite, when you are a family member, when you are somebody's lover, you will have a career. So Joe Budden only had a career because Russell Simmons was his daddy. And Diddy was his other daddy. And when you understand that Joe Budden is a fruity man, that is why he has a career after beating on women. Because to get loved by the gay community where they from, when you got to get your gay fans where they from, when you want all the men as your fans that believe in bitches ain't shit and homies over hoes, once you beat a woman ass, that's promotion. They like that shit. That's right, Joe. That's right. So just know, all the woman beaters love Joe. All the homies over hoes, people love Joe. And that's how it works. But you still won't get that Joe Budden got jammed up his ass with a pink dildo, allegedly. Because that's what the dildos were for. The dildos were for every single time they had a freak-off event and one of them men got one. Do you get it yet? Are you getting it yet? Guess who was there during every damn freak-off up until a certain year? That woman right there. Guess who know about Joe Budden's secrets? Cassie. When Cassie's on the stand, she's tormenting all of them because she know all of their secrets. Anybody around Diddy from 2008 on up, she know their secrets. That's right. When Joe Budden was in the trash, out of nowhere, he got put back up on a show called For the Culture by Diddy. It's only one way you get a deal from Diddy, Joe. But ask Joe why he ain't talk about this shit. Because he know. Cassie know his card. Why? Joe Budden like hot dogs. It's a fact, Jack. What did he say about being at the Diddy parties? Is this the man right here they ruined? I need some help, y'all. Let's do homework. Is this him? Huh? Is this the man that said he was also a willing participant in the bedroom? Did they ruin his ass? Is this him, y'all? Holler me in the chat. Is this him? I like to be clear. Is this him? It looked like him to me. It looked like what? Life after Diddy. See the pattern? Let's go to Chris Brown. Let's go to Chris Brown and show you how this shit work. He gonna get you on them drugs. He gonna wear your ass out throughout the year. See Chris Brown? He took his innocence. As the years went on, see? Chris Brown at first. As Diddy started to get him more and more, see, look. See, Chris Brown started going that sunken place. That's right. No. See, Chris Brown, after getting turned to a flower? That's right. And once you all the way fruity, you charge a woman, hell no, ain't no love. Hell no, chick, you ain't get no free picture. That's for the bros. All right? So on top of that, see? Homies over hoes. Now you get it, right? Now you see why you heard about T.I. and Tiny, what? Giving women pills in the bedroom and doing a lot of stuff, right? Bingo. Diddy. They're all the same. So let's speed it up. Let's go. But just know one thing. Tiny, T.I., Cassie, Diddy, foursome. Awesome foursome. Who else do the same shit? Smokey Robinson. Smokey Robinson was Diddy before Diddy, y'all. Motown was Bad Boy Records. All right? So, for those who don't get what's going on, all of this is about human trafficking, sex trafficking. What is really being played out as black men that have money, a lot of money, they were successful, but they use their money to abuse, control people, and turn human beings into servants. See, we can play around with words, we can do a whole lot of shit, but when a person tells you what to do and you got to do what you're told and you ain't got no choice, it's called you or you know what, SLAVE, right? The difference is some of them be SEX slaves, all right? That's what they saying Cassie was. How we know that? It's common sense. She wasn't making music. We also know Diddy had his main lady, Kim Porter. We also know Diddy had his other worker, what? Miss K, right? Okay, then. Cassie was also used to set men up. Her job was to be the sexual toy. But Smokey Robinson turned his maids into sexual toys. And he was doing it for years, allegedly. Because these maids he had from 2006. I also know that these rich people, they buy their ass. They don't work for them, they buy them. This is why you'll hear they were being paid under minimum wage. Anybody working for somebody under minimum wage, y'all, that is called modern day slavery. That's what Smokey was doing. But I also understand that they get these people from cartels, and I also know that they've been cracking down on Hollywood because they deal with cartels for drugs, trafficking, all type of stuff, and Smokey's caught up in it. Smokey is an old Hollywood man that didn't know he should stop his ways. That's what happened to him, y'all. Yes. Yes. Because when you're an old man, 85, you're rich, but you got some young maids, and you can have fun with them whenever you want. That's what Smokey does, allegedly. And the wife's job is to keep their ass in line. She's the madam. Guess what else? How I know that? You know I know that? It's very simple, y'all. They get people that's not supposed to be in this country on purpose, so they can't say nothing or do nothing or tell. Smokey had people on his lawn at his house that was not supposed to be in his country. So that's why I told you the shit hit the fan. A lot of them had to, oh shit, get up out of here, go, get out of here. They had to fire their ass. Why? ICE coming. So being that they had to fire some of their ass, some of them had no choice but to go tell on them. Why? They were broke. You worked for Smokey Robinson 15 years. He touching on you, having fun with you, paying you good money. You ain't supposed to be in the damn country. You on private property. That's the catch. Let me break it down for y'all. When you're not from this country, but somebody rich got your ass, that's private property. Nobody's never going to find your ass. They're never going to know. So you actually was in this country 15 years, no paperwork, ain't supposed to be here. What does that mean? Sex slave. Which mean what? Couldn't tell nobody. Couldn't say nothing. So when Smokey know if ICE come on that property, his ass getting locked up. So he had to let them go. They realized, damn, we broke. We going to get caught, go to jail. Time to tell on Smokey. That's what they did. So they told them people, Smokey had us at his property. They were doing a lot to us. They didn't want to pay us like that. His wife treated us like dirt. The narrative of the day is black people are abusive, especially when they got money and power. Is it the truth? Is there any proof? We're going to leave that alone. But this is also to slay all of you women from back in the day that love Smokey. This is to make half of Smokey's generation catch a heart attack. This is to make all of our grandmothers, great grandmother, and everybody in the grave, oh, Smokey. This is to hurt their feelings. This to show all y'all on every age level. Fool, it wasn't just R. Kelly. It was all of their ass, every generation. All of them men freaky, nasty, perverted. They even made sure they told you Martin Luther King like, Didn't they tell you that? No. The joke is they all freaky. They all perverts. Here's Smokey. No, y'all, it's called public humiliation, y'all. That's what's going on. They're showing that these people are incompetent. This is also the excuse why we ain't giving their ass no more money. This will be their last days ever living in these damn mansions. We also already kicked their ass out of Hollywood. We burnt the shit out, and the rest that's expensive. They can't afford it. So once again, update. All black celebrities been moving their ass to Las Vegas. That's right. Chris Brown live in Las Vegas too. All they black ass live in Vegas. That's right. He got kicked out of Hollywood. That's right. So like yesterday when I was talking, somebody said in Hollywood too. They all Hollywood. They all the same, y'all. I just say black Hollywood, that's the black department. I don't know a lot about white Hollywood because I don't know about all their music. I don't know about all their stars. I don't know about all their celebrities. I don't know about a lot of everything. I know a lot about a lot, but I don't know a lot about their stuff. So that's why I don't talk about their stuff. I only talk about what I know. When you talk about this black department, I told you I got degrees in niggerology, straight up, and everything else. All right? So let's go. I say that for a reason, y'all, because this all means the end of an era. So being as the end of an era, it's going to close out with embarrassment. And that's what it's going to be. According to the world, Diddy's at the bottom. You don't believe it? Why BEYONCE at the bottom? ask yourself a simple question. How were the same exact people that were on top of the world at the same time and the richest, how the hell they all get incriminated by one person? And how did Beyonce, Jay-Z, LeBron James get mentioned at a Diddy party? You answer me that. And then answer me one question. Why did Jay-Z say they don't know Diddy like that when these bastards was at a party in 2022? And when I say 2022, I'm talking about 1 month away from 23. Yeah, this November. All right. Who else at this party? Chris Brown. Chris Brown got locked up in the UK. But I know you ain't learned how this thing go yet. You never go to jail for the shit you did. You want to go to jail for some shit you didn't do. Huh? You never get payback for shit you do, y'all. It comes for shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how it works. See, when you Chris Brown and you charge your fans, that mean ain't no good in you. Chris Brown ain't got no good, y'all. It would have killed him to give away them clothes. Huh? He turned the Americans into migrants. Those Americans you're looking at, those ain't migrants, y'all. That's Americans. These are migrants. All right? So, these are migrants. But Chris Brown rather see Americans look like migrants before he give anything free. See that? Migrants, Americans, dumb Americans. Migrants, Americans. So, he charging their ass. But I'm supposed to respect that. So, once again, do y'all now see how a lot of people just need to be quiet? Please don't open your mouth no more. Please don't be a hypocrite. Please. Just go on with your life and let it go. Why nobody never said nothing about Chris Brown charging his own community? Y'all kept talking about how these people don't do nothing for the community. This fool charged the community. So here you have it. You've never seen nobody do this a day in your life. What if this just was a test to see how dumb everybody was? You got the proof. All right? You got the proof. That's why your ass shopping at Chris Brown house and these people moving in your neighborhood now, dummies. That's why. Y'all have proven to the world y'all so stupid and y'all all been flipped out by celebrities, man. So anybody got any questions about the internet? If you don't think the internet got power, well, the internet can make a grown human being come out their house and stand outside and wait for used clothes. That's the power of the internet, y'all. That's the power of the cell phone, period. Where if I never would have saw it on the internet, heard about it, never would have did it. That's the power of the internet. It's called control, y'all. So like I said, you see what you see right here? That's what's going on. That's what I'm be talking about. The old world of stupidity is over with, y'all. All right? This new world based on smarts, intelligence, and diversity. That's it. And comprehension. So you knew for a fact he was a woman beater, but somehow your brain went comprehended. Why is that? Fantasyland. That's why nobody cares if Chris Brown locked up. I already said he's gonna get his day. Why? He was gonna charge fans $1,000 to the day he died. You see? Let's talk about these hypocrites. What up, Dre? See, they're gonna talk about tariffs. They're gonna talk about taxes, but they're gonna talk about Chris Brown taxes on goddamn fans, even though they are white, black fans. When you see Chris Brown charging a white fan, you holler at me. Then again, white fans don't go to Chris Brown concert, and if they did, they ain't gonna show their face because they know he's a what? Woman beater. That's why. And a what? Woman. What that woman said? Allegedly, someone was in a drink. I don't know. All right then. He's a Diddy family member. He's a Diddy boy. Common sense. Bro, I thought back in the day they show love to the groupie. No, Chris Brown charged the groupie, but he don't charge the male fans. Nope. See that? When Chris Brown got his colors on, ain't no love for none of you chicks. Understand that. You know what I'm saying? When Chris Brown when you see that pink, ain't no love, ladies. Where my $1,000 at? That's right. He also got to make his gay fans happy. He can't be too close. Meanwhile, his ass is a joke. And that's why Rihanna, ASAP been laughing at his ass. You don't get the big picture. He with this girl, she a billionaire. Life after Rihanna, he's selling his clothes. You don't get it, do you? You don't get it. It's called a failure. See his earrings? You thought that was a fashion. No, that's called Chris Brown is pink. That's called what Diddy did to his ass. When you knew Diddy from 13, 15, he been telling you to get in that damn tub with that baby all in it. Now you understand what Chris Brown is. 2025 was a day of realization. If you don't get it, that means you're a lunatic. All right? What they're telling you in court is what Diddy wants, he gets, and he had fun with all of their ass, y'all. And I really mean he had fun with all of their ass. All right? See that man right there? You got any questions about that man Diddy with the shades on his head? Any questions? It's clear as day, ain't it? All right. Then I tell you they have male extravaganzas. That's it. Throughout the decades. So, what you don't get is all other details of all of their behavior, of all of Diddy parties, wherever Diddy at, it's going to be baby all, dildos, male models. Just like with these pictures, what I be telling y'all. Not in this particular picture, but I'll show you in a good one another time. I'm gonna specifically show you the male models in the pictures. But see, a lot of time when you see them Diddy parties and you see them muscular men, some of them got bald heads, or you see people you don't know who they are, those be the models, y'all. And that's how the shit go. He always kept models on deck. When the model's on deck, you know it's sexual things about to happen because he used the models to do the dirty work. That's right. So he's going to tell Chris Brown, get her to go in the tub, bro. You ain't been around in a while. You've been ducking me. You know what's up. Go upstairs. It's ready. All right? Chris Brown going to go in that room. The model's going to come in there. That's it. What you looking at is to prove to you Diddy gets them when they're young and he controls them when they're grown. And what you got to understand, y'all, they feared Diddy, y'all. They feared that man. They didn't want to end up like Tupac. They feared him. They said he had the home, right? Guess what you remember? This home, submachine guns, 2 of them, at the same house. So he also used these parties as gatherings. So I was telling you, these parties were gatherings for people that were trying to duck him, stuff like that. Because you can duck me on the phone, but when I throw this party, you better come. If you don't come, it's going to be personal. Then I know what's up. That's that industry shit. That's that brotherhood shit. Get it? So this was him checking Chris Brown ass. Guess who else did? Tiana Taylor, Iman Shumpert, and the rest of them. This recent. Cardi B, all of them there. Yep. Cardi B, Offset. Yep. So these are the things that a lot of y'all not getting. Cassie is revealing what happened to all of them. That's why you're going to see when he was finished with Cassie, she was damaged. Life after Diddy. See Cassie happy and healthy? See when she was with Diddy. All right? It's simple, y'all. You see Chris Brown before Diddy. You saw the more he hung with Diddy. Life after Diddy. See? No, he's going to tarnish your ass. What y'all didn't get is everything Chris Brown does, his whole behavior, the bad boy persona come from the bad boy himself, Sean Combs, y'all. That's right. Same way his nasty ways of spreading STDs to the point Usher got to get a lawsuit, that come from Diddy, y'all. If Usher told the world that Diddy had him doing stuff young and Diddy told you out his own mouth, it was under the covers at Fort. I mean, what part y'all don't get? No, you just didn't get that he was doing stuff to Usher under the covers. You didn't get that part. Any place he's at, when he gets horny, it's going down, y'all. That is the secret in the story. Same way the secret in the story is you're going to see wherever Diddy at, you're going to see that pink. All right? Because they always are telling us that's who he is. Now, is it a coincidence? Both of their ass in jail, y'all? Both of them. Is it a coincidence? It's a coincidence, y'all. Come on now. The top of the top. Ladies, the number one so-called pretty boys. Ladies, man. Diddy, Chris Brown, R. Kelly in jail. Same time. The so-called pretty boy from the Motown era, Smokey Robinson, in trouble right now. Y'all know Smokey can't make it, man. Smokey can't make it, y'all. Because it's going to be the same thing with George Foreman, y'all. Y'all forgot George Foreman just died. George Foreman was going to court for the same shit he was accused. So even these old people getting accused, And then they just dying. I wonder who got George Foreman estate now. See? A generation is dying. James from Good Times died. James Earl Jones, Darth Vader died. He got cheated out of Star Wars. He's so stupid, he cheated himself out of Star Wars. He played Darth Vader from the beginning, but took a payout. So when the franchise blew up, James Earl Jones couldn't get no more money out of that. It's a reason why a lot of these black celebrities going to suffer, because it was set up to be like that. The game is set up. No matter who they are, when it goes, it's going to end up bad for them. You seen Why Do Fools Fall in Love? Guess what that is? Guess what that is, y'all? Diddy and Cassie. Same shit. You ain't getting it. They Why Do Fools Fall in Love? Frankie Lyman was a dope head. Diddy like pink stuff. They're telling you, the game of a Hollywood celebrity is a game of struggling, a lot of sex, perversion, cheating, and abuse. Where else they show you at? Cadillac Records. All right? No, they took Diddy and Cassie relationship and turned this shit into a movie, but it's actually the movie of the backstage scene of what happens at a freak-off party. See, guys, they're not going to come on TV and say, newsflash, this is what exactly happens at a freak-off party. But if you pay attention, you will understand. She's telling you exactly what happened at freak-off parties. Then the shit that worse than that, they can't even talk about. So that's why people saying, damn, I thought this was about sex trafficking. Where the people at? Where is help at? And why we just keep getting these freaky-ass stories? Huh? And why is Chris Brown taking booty banding pictures and putting chicks on his back? Is Chris Brown pretending like that's a little schoolgirl? What the hell is he doing, y'all? So for those who don't know, just put in your mind, you're looking at $3,000 right there. That's 3 pictures, 3,000, 1,000 a picture, y'all. That's it. Chick paid 1,000 in her phone, and she was so stupid after the show, she deleted the shit by mistake. Damn. Damn. I know that happened too. The girl went home with the picture, y'all. She tried to brag to a man. Man got petty. Delete that shit. No, y'all. Chris Brown was fully pink. When Chris Brown was doing that, y'all, he was in full rainbow mode. He was only performing for the rainbow fans, and that was it. He said, I'm going to charge every woman that think I'm straight. And that's what he did. All right? You see what he doing to that girl bent over? That's what Diddy did to him. It's very simple, y'all. The reason why Diddy tell you get in the tub for the baby, y'all, so you already be saturated and ready. The reason why I say that, because the night of his birthday, if you don't think he had people get in that damn tub, you're mistaken. So, if you don't think Jay-Z got baby all once upon a time, you're mistaken. He dry rubbing his ass right now. You ever heard of dry rub steak? Well, that's what he's doing to Jay-Z. He dry rubbing his ass. All right? He rubbing his ass very dry with clothes on, all right? So imagine with the baby oil. Get it? He's a baby oil fanatic and a baby oil damn freak. That's the story, y'all. So, what else they say about Sean? Diddy should be on trial for what he did to this man. Why they saying that? Everybody gets it clear. He put baby oil on Sean. Everybody gets it clear, except for everybody else. It was Diddy made him put that towel on. You will clearly see Jay-Z with the shiniest face he ever had. This is the time when Diddy had him under control. This is when Jay-Z wasn't nobody. He was trying to get his way. He didn't have no millions. But you see, Diddy told him to put that damn towel on his head. All right, that's it. Just know that. All right? So, YG. Do you believe YG was a gangster? My Nick. He came out in the Obama era. Every rapper that came out in that era, I knew was a fraud. Every last one of them. Him, Chance the Rapper, Trinidad James, all of them. I also knew it was a slogan in Obama era, y'all. They say the most songs with the N-word came out. I've been peeped that. When after that, what? Nigga, what? That whole time, everything with N-word. They say that same time the N-word was used the most in movies at that time. The most in movies came out at that time. Butler, 12 Years a Slave. Yup. It was a whole big troll campaign. So the saying is, it's years later, they all had their fun, they all had their way, they had their president, they had it all. Somehow they didn't change, they got worse, and they're more embarrassing. So now, YG is also speaking up on how he abused. But what y'all not getting is, it is also a proven fact they don't like black women because somehow they always accuse of abusing women and abusing black women, period. Somehow it's being proven that they abuse a woman so much, obviously it's clear as day they don't like coochie. But nobody gets that yet, neither. You still didn't get out of all these assault charges mean something. Homies get love, women get abused. Homies get love, women get abused. It is so many ways they're telling you that all these guys are pink. Get it? They're telling you. So many ways, y'all. But you don't get it, right? Every rapper got an abuse story, but they don't got a story of fucking a man up some kind of way. He's a gangster. No stories of beating on a man, but stories of abusing a woman. That's right. Get it? By them beating on a woman, it also proves to their gay fans, I don't like no coochie. And their sales go up after that. That's right. All right? Studio gangster, guys. Are you getting it now? You didn't understand that coloring your hair means you're a punk, means you're a freak. On this channel, I went into the whole scenario on how rappers started to follow punk rock. You also didn't understand when you wear your flag on your head, that bandana means he's gay, guys. That's what that means. You didn't know that, did you? No. When I saw them cutting their hair with chokers on, I got it very clear. Because I know did it first, the punk rockers. So that's why everybody was laughing when they kept calling white people culture vultures, but the whole time they were copying every white style made on the planet. Huh? And they were copying all the foul white cultures, even the white people don't want. All right, that's it. Punk rock was outcasters. They were considered weirdos amongst their own people. That's why they started that subculture. Y'all became official weirdos and accepted and loved it. But y'all didn't know colored hair means freak. I was watching an old TV show, right? And the lady, and they were saying that the lady was a freak. And she was saying that they were saying, no, she's fast. And she said, they said, do you go to that club? Long story short, she said, yes, I go to that club. They said, why? She said, because it's very colorful. It's very colorful. You know what that means? It's everybody in there meaning. It's a lot of shit going on meaning. It's freak in there. It's everything in there. All sexes. That's what it means. It's very colorful. I get it all now, y'all. This all the shit I learned. See, YG's very colorful. He's a colored man too. He's colored. See, he's very colorful. Then I tell you, that's how it's going to be, right? Yeah. So let's go. When I told you it's the reason why they call colored people. It's the reason why they call them that now. Yep. Just remember this, colored means fruity, y'all. When they say they colored people, that mean they fruity. That's what it means. And they're weird. They're all type of colors, all diverse, all mentalities, all dimensions, all everything, all disagreements, all different. They all different colors, yeah. And certain colors never gonna mix, so that's them. Yep. It's also part of divide and conquer. Yeah, make them different colors. It's also called make them different colors in different organizations, and it's called divide and conquer. Yeah, they're going to call themselves one color, but they're going to be all colors divided. They just never going to stand. That's right. They didn't know there would never be one organization because they joined colors and became multiple organizations. So they're going to blame other people for divide and conquer, but they divide and conquer themselves. Why? They became colored people. They claim black. They claim red, black, and green, right? They claim pink and blue. They claim purple. They claim red, they claim blue. All right, they colored people. Guess what? That's how they stay divided. Put them in a box, put the crayons up. Let's go. All right, Smokey Robinson and all generations. We're going to close this episode out. The only thing we're getting for Smokey Robinson, you put it all together. You put Smokey Robinson with the Diddy trial. It represents the end of an era of black hanky-panky abuse. How we know that? We don't have no measurement, no equivalent, no parallel to no positive success we can even add up. All right? If we all had to put our neck on the line and take off of them, we'll all be dead. Because we could not prove they did nothing good. Period. When they give donations and charities, that is, they give less money than what they spend on their goddamn car. It'd be less money than that necklace he bought his wife. The money they give to them organizations for tax write-offs, that'd be money they spend on backpacks and Louis Vuitton luggage. So at the end of the day, they didn't do nothing, but you won't see that's their real charge. No. So guess what's going to happen? Well, maybe that man said, we gave y'all the money. Y'all ain't build shit with it. Ain't no need to die with it, Smokey. Get that money up. You ain't build Detroit back, fool. So, Smokey, do you think Detroit got turned into goddamn Vietnam? It got turned into crack city. We're going to build Detroit up, and you're going to come back and get all this glory. And you ain't do shit for Detroit? Hell no. You're going to be embarrassed when you go back to the new Detroit. That's what it's about, too. Diddy, Jay-Z, you thought they was going to build New York back up with these migrants for you to come take advantage? No, you took advantage of your people. These new people that came in this country, millions upon millions, y'all will not take advantage of them. I told you that's what this is about. This is also about dethroning them from the industry so they will not be able to abuse none of the new artists. No, their job was to contain a certain generation, gangster rap. No more gangster rap, no more gangsters needed to control it. That's it. Everybody now in the industry is flowers, y'all. No more, nobody else is tough no more, y'all. That's it. Some of all the new people. All the old heads left, most of them are perverts that hang around young people. All right? So, when this shit said, maybe Beyonce should have sung for Kamala, then maybe you can think in your head who's also behind this. And then think about that picture when I showed y'all. Them two presidents, that vice president, and they was all together laughing and joking, and then you're going to see he got in trouble after that. So I'm going to tell y'all, they were all laughing at Kamala and Joe, but I told you they fixed their ass in the end. I'm going to say Kamala got a lot to do with this. What's that called? Wiping their hands at them. Let me give you an update. Let me talk in third party for you. Let me assume what Kamala said, because I think Kamala is behind this too. What they behind? This? Did this bitch think she was not going to perform for me, but after she going to go on the Cowboy and Carter tour, huh? And sell out arenas, but she didn't want to come for me. But magically, they forget who run this shit. And Kamala also does run California. So magically, she goes to do a show in California, and somehow it's all these malfunctions. Fights, embarrassment. No, I told you they own people pranking their ass too. Think about it. They said, look, so she didn't want to perform for us. Her husband and them playing games. They thought they were going to duck me and get back cool with Trump, huh? No, we're going to fix them. That's what I see. How I know that? She goes to the next political city that is strong power, Chicago. But you're not getting. Los Angeles and Chicago is still under blue rulership. But she's catching hell in these blue cities. She used to have power at. That's how I know it's planned out. Meaning, you don't have power no more, Beyonce. You're going to get embarrassed worse than SZA. SZA winning. We're going to embarrass you more than everybody else. That's what's happening. But guess what? It's a media blackout on the shit. Nobody want to talk about it, y'all. They've been dragging this shit 2 weeks. Guess what? You don't believe in witchcraft? You don't believe in witches? Well, just ask yourself this. How the hell was she supposed to perform outside at Soldier Field? They announced that storms, blizzards, and all this shit coming, and you can't make it up, y'all. She literally brought a black cloud to their city. You can't make it up. You can't make it up, y'all. So, when I tell you ain't nothing going to Beyonce's favor, it's called karma. But if you Google those pictures and see when her husband was so proud to play around with witchcraft and all that, and use witchcraft against black people, because that's what they use it on. Don't forget that part. That's right. They the ones that put, so like I said, if you was a Beyonce fan and you ain't got no man to this day, and you was singing her lyrics, maybe she put a curse in your ass. That's right. Just think about it. Yup. Because guess what? Beyonce is too. She just like Cassie. Guess what else they into? They into the same shit Jada and Will into, all of them. So guess what? They had a run. They perpetrated. They were so great. But now you see them getting embarrassed. It's for a reason. All right? We put them all together. We add them all up. They didn't do shit. So now it's time to put them outside in that dumpster. That's about it, y'all. Let the new people flourish and let's enjoy our Friday. So later on, happy hour, family. I might start it up early. I'm feeling good today. But just know, Chris Brown was at the Diddy party, and Jay-Z was too. So if you hear Jay-Z name come up in something, don't be surprised. Like I said, they talk about 2000. Man, this fool was going up into 2023. What are y'all talking about? The question is, do you think Jay-Z got freaky that night? Guess what I can assume? Because I can do it. I can assume it was Diddy, Jay-Z, and Mary that night got freaky. How the hell I know? That's how I look at they freaky ass, guys. That's how they get down. With them ain't no limit. Master P. Oh, get it? I get it clear as day. So, now you see Chris Brown was selling his clothes, and idiots is buying it. Now you see why nobody respect them idiots, because they do idiot shit. All right? Meanwhile, Chris Brown turned them into migrants. Migrants waiting at the border to get in the country. Stupid-ass Americans waiting to get Chris Brown old clothes. Any more questions? If I lived in that house right there, I'd have shot in the air just to make y'all run. I'd have said, get the hell away from my house with that shit. That's what I would say. I'd have been pissed. See what Chris Brown do to your neighborhood? He had motherfuckers come from nowhere. And on top of that, y'all, Chris Brown had a nerve to have a food truck outside, y'all. Can't make it up. Now you see why Game selling his property? Now you see why Game selling Los Angeles property and it ain't worth shit? He's selling the shit. He still owe money. Game owed $3 million, right? He owes $7 million, but his house worth $4 million. Game in the hole. Game will sell his house, still be broke. Why? Them fools had houses in the middle of deserts. That's why. Because they idiots. See that? I'm going to tell y'all to this day. Hopefully you get it, man. It's over with now. I don't think California was ever really for so-called black people, because it's starting to show now. I'm going to just leave it at that. All right? And the rest of you Negroes that's black in Hollywood, you guys need to be playing make-believe. You guys are cartoon characters. You guys are out your mind too. So the whole thing I'm trying to tell you is, it's over, y'all. So continue to watch the show, all right, of embarrassment. On that note, I need a break from Diddy and Cassie. I'm tired of all their nasty ass, and I'm tired of these freaky ass stories. Other than that, I want more arrests. I want more footage. I want more proof. I need more shit. Other than that, all I know is ain't no telling Diddy knowing no birthday. And I also know what? Everything he did to Cassie, he did that shit to everybody. That's right. Shout out to my day one. Shout out to everybody in tune. Make sure I ain't missing nothing. Shout out to everybody that's supporting this channel. Love all y'all. All right? Y'all also see how they flip your ass out. You see the facts, y'all. See the facts in court. So this is why I was just trying to tell people, just enjoy the show. That's my opinion. Everything is opinion and is a fact. Just enjoy the show. Because when you start trying to pick and choose, you're gonna make an ass out yourself. See? You're going to show you're naive if you think this woman ain't do shit. Hell no, they ruin people. When I keep telling you they ruin people, when you done with some of these people, you're not done till they done with you. Now look at the pattern of that man right there. Now think of Delonte West after dealing with LeBron James. Same result. All right? Guess what else I think they was into? Something else y'all don't get neither, y'all. When he be giving them drugs and stuff, y'all, that be so they don't remember. But guess what? Some of those drugs do alter their mind forever. Guess what else I can say? Guess what else? Check this reach out, y'all. If Diddy and LeBron been cool since Florida, Miami, they been tight. How I know LeBron didn't get some of that stuff from Diddy and put a little proper drop in Delonte West's drink? How we know LeBron ain't the one drove Delonte West crazy? How we know that? When I tell you, I don't put nothing past these idiots, guys. I don't put nothing past them. But I can connect some dots. I bet you I can go back to Delonte West and see what's really up. Huh? No. Sometime the brain, remember what it's called, a bad trip. What it's called, y'all putting a Mickey in your drink. That's what Diddy be doing. Y'all not getting how this man had access to all these type of weirdo drugs that you don't even find in the hood, nowhere. You can't go out right now and just find no damn shrooms. You can't just go out right now and find no damn GHB. I don't care where you at. No. But my point of what I'm telling you, he puts people on drugs, but sometimes you don't recover. You lose your fucking mind after that. So you ain't looking at how many people mind got ruined, put in homes. or they're a celebrity, you think they straight, but they still damaged, they off in the head. You ain't looking at some of the celebrities that can't save their money, be off in the head. They get jerked, they get robbed, they messed up because they be on hallucinatory drugs, y'all. You could tell Lil Wayne was on so much hectic shit, he can't even barely talk. And that's how much shit he was on, y'all. Real talk. So look, this man came out and said what happened to him, y'all, but nobody believed him. In court, they admitted, and I asked y'all earlier, I'm gonna ask y'all again, is this him right here? Because I'm gonna keep telling y'all, this case keep giving y'all the inside details on what Diddy does to men. You take the model away, you put any other man there. Cassie been giving us the breakdown, the inside details of Diddy's behavior around men and everybody else in his industry. He only used the models for extra shit. He used the models on women, and what they didn't say in court yet, he used the male models on the men. They didn't get to that part yet. But this is a man, yeah, allegedly that was used and abused. All right, you get it? They punished his ass, y'all. He was a willing participant, admitted in court with these guys. What else was admitted in court? Cassie admitted. What she admit, y'all? That when she had threesomes with Diddy, sometimes she felt like that was the only time where she could be intimate, close, and get his full attention type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Basically saying she would get the more attention and the most affection when they was together in hotels freaking off together and doing drugs. See what I was telling y'all about the mansion? When you in a mansion, you rich, you got it all. That shit get boring. Then let's go in the room on some regular shit, have some fun. That's what they do. What else? Incrimination in the room. I told you I know how this shit work, guys. When they doing freak off incriminations, hell no, they're not gonna do it at Diddy house, y'all. That's what the hotel's for. I told you everything is coded in the story. All the dirt got done in the hotels. That's why we got the story of messed up hotel rooms. What are they in right here in this picture, y'all? Photo fan gonna put it together for you. Hotel room, guys. And when you gotta remember, Diddy exclusive hotel room. It's gonna be filming, and you're not coming to his damn house, and it's not gonna be no lawsuit at his house. You ain't gonna be able to describe him in his house. You can take no pictures in his house. Are you getting it clear? All of the details already been shown, revealed. You want to put it together, you got to start looking at all the old pictures. You got to go look at everything. That's how you put it together, y'all. All right. So Cassie admitted in court he's one of them. But what you're not getting, that's also Chris Brown. That's Will Smith. You get it? Just keep going. That's all they ask, y'all. This is what they're telling us in court without incriminating the names. The names that are no need to destroy, they're worth money, you're not going to expose them. They're only going to expose names that are blackmail, blackball, and in trouble. Shit like that. Or the names they want to embarrass. But no, this scene is exactly what Cassie said in court. You just picture by the sink, it's a inflated bathtub with baby all in it. All right? That's it. What's the main thing they want to get in court? Diddy is a bisexual man, period. All right? So when you get that part, you already got the proof of Diddy with all his victims. All right? Throughout the years. How they what? Kept coming back. And guess what? They was going to come back. They didn't want to die anyway. All right? You see all the men? You're always going to see more men than women. And you're going to always see the men. Because it's going down that night. The freak off. You see, you got the rooms hot and ready, right? Upstairs, rooms hot and ready. Little Caesar. Huh? You don't think? So let me ask you a question. Cassie already told you. I already know about Diddy. First of all, he don't have regular sex. Threesomes and up. But let me ask a question. How many people you think he had sex with that night? How many people you think he touched on that night? It's very simple, y'all. We was in a house pandemic. He was horny. We know what he did. We know what he did. So what Cassie told me is exactly what he was doing that night. Whoever he wanted that night, you know what he told him? Go in the room. Hey, what's up, man? I ain't seen the baby. Go in the room. And that was that. All right? That's what he did that night. So how we know that? Because Cat Williams told me that shit. Everybody said it. You go to Diddy party, you open up a room, and don't tell them what you're going to see. Then somebody say, you open up a room, saw Diddy doing something? That was some more proof. Like I kept telling y'all, all you had to do is put it together. I ain't smarter than nobody. It's backwards. You got all the details of what he does. Now you just put it together. If you kept being told, and you seen Kevin Hart on a microphone at a Diddy party more than once, if Kevin Hart told you he was on drugs, where you get on drugs from? Duh, Diddy, that's who. He turned you out. He's the plug. When Kevin Hart admitted on the stand he was high on drugs when he cheated on his wife, he just didn't tell you it come from Diddy parties. What else he don't tell you? What Diddy did to him. When you understand that Kevin Hart is a little minion, when you understand that Kevin Hart is a mini-me, when you understand, clear as day, that Diddy does this, he made Kevin Hart do this, then you get it clear. Diddy be bouncing Kevin Hart ass all around the road, man. That's why I put it together already, man. He make you sit in the tub of baby, y'all, so he ain't got to keep wasting time putting it on. So when Kevin Hart sitting in the baby, y'all, Diddy walks around the room with him and picks him up. And that's how he does his ass, all right? That's it. He does him just like that. Period. Chris Brown doing that for his gay fans with the yellow shorts, y'all. He ain't doing that for no damn woman. All right? It looked to me like Chris Brown, he doing that with a man. That shit don't even look right, Chris Brown. This shit don't trick me, bro. You ain't tricking me, bro. Know why? You got that big-ass pink stripe in your head, bro. I know what you're doing. You want your male fans to visualize you doing that to them. You ain't gonna trick me, y'all. This shit been in your face. Then to prove his gay fans, hell no, I want no damn woman. Hell no, get on my back. Get on my back, shit. See y'all? I told y'all like woman, see? That's her right there. You like, damn. This nigga played me. Played your ass. You waited. Guess how long you waited for that picture? 3 hours. You waited 3 hours to take a picture with Chris Brown. He said, hell no, bitch, get on my back. You heard a voice come out of Chris Brown you never heard in your life. You said, damn, you know he talk like that for real. You heard that bitch come out. You heard that Chris Brown was hissing. You thought you would get a hug. He put his hand out. Talk to. No, we're not doing that. And guess what? He ain't gonna tell you after he took the $1,000. He took the $1,000. Then he gonna tell you, get on my back. What you gonna say after that? No receipt, cash money. That's right. You looking at y'all family around the world. You looking at how Chris Brown was trolling black women, taking their money and robbing their ass, knowing damn well he don't want them. And he knows damn well, for one, he fruity. And when he do want a woman, right? First, before he want a black woman, he gonna want a black trans woman. And then on top of that, he gonna want a foreign woman. But we had no proof of that. We had no proof of Chris Brown wanting no woman. All right, not for real. But other than that, he's trolling black women, man, like he's been doing his whole career. Why? He said, well, shit, they're the ones that keep fucking with me. I showed them I don't like women. Damn, what more they want? I gave Rihanna a black eye. Damn. So anyway, they keep coming back. Might as well charge their ass shit. Fuck it. You mean Chris Brown was a pimp without pimping? Yup. You mean to tell me Chris Brown was able to beat one black woman and made the other black woman give him their money? Yup. You mean to tell me Chris Brown put the most biggest pimp move we ever seen? He beat one woman to show an example to all his females, and when they see it, they just gonna give him money off the rip? Yup. That was some hellified pimping he did. Y'all didn't know that magic he did. That was magic, bro. He made every woman that get their ass beat in real life just give him $1,000. Fuck it. Well, Chris Brown get mad, beat somebody, might well be my pimp. Here you go. That's what happened, y'all. See that? See that? Now you see why there's no respect? Guess what, bro? That same bitch on his back, probably the same bitch put her father on child support. Yeah, same bitch put baby daddy on child support. And she went to the show with the money. Huh? See that, bro? I'm going to keep it real. They were listening to Beyonce. They were trying to judge bro because he had a good job. He ain't had no money like Jay-Z. He ain't flipped no kilos like Jay-Z. So they try to trash him. Now look what they got, bro. Now look what they got. A man that was not going to stop charging black women $1,000 until his ass went to jail. He was not going to stop. He had a whole tour lined up this summer. He had the money counted, but he ain't gonna count that shit now. That's right. How they make money? Selling dreams. You mean to tell me he didn't look out for the black community? Chris Brown actually robbed the black community? Yup. If we add up all his concerts and all the money he charged them, Chris Brown might have took about $3.5 million from the black community in the past 5 years. And on top of that, he charged them extra food money off his clothes. Yes, he did. So Chris Brown should get his ass whipped, y'all. For real, y'all. I'm not playing with y'all. I'm not fucking playing. If you're going to be mad at anybody black before you die, you better be mad at Chris Brown. Because his ass did the worst. All right? You have no proof a white man charged you $1,000 for a picture. All right? You have no proof of that at all, fool. All right? At all. He did it. And guess what? He don't charge rich people, dummy. He charge poor people. That's right. You know damn well that girl kid gonna be fucked up because she done took that money and went to the show. So they had to literally put Chris Brown in jail. So y'all stupid ass won't go this summer and maybe buy some damn school clothes. All right? Because you had your kid in fucking Crocs, but you give Chris Brown $1,000. You a damn idiot. That's what y'all do. All right? So don't talk to me about California, it's the style. No, you fucking idiots were giving y'all money away on tickets. Y'all spend $5 on tickets to take a picture with a celebrity that you ain't gonna know and then walk around the rest of the year in fucking Crocs and a hoodie and goddamn 90-degree weather. No, y'all fucking sick. All right? That's it. You call her a bad bitch, I call her a Chris Brown backyard shopper. That's what she is, all right? You gonna say she bad, bro. But I'm gonna look at her. I'm gonna look at the whole shit from head to toe. That's right. No. Let me find out you got caught stealing on Chris Brown property. That's fucked up. You get caught stealing with Chris Brown. That means you lower than low. God damn. That's like getting caught stealing from Bobby Brown. Come on now. You low as fuck. You do that. You get caught doing that. You just fucked up. But yeah, also, man, they about to make it where people going to jail for misdemeanors, y'all. Yeah, you get a lot of misdemeanors, you get in time. So anyway, before we go, just to let y'all know, they didn't stop, all right? They still saying Jay-Z best friends with p.diddy. They want everybody to remember, nobody to forget. They still saying, they still promoting that Diddy rape Sean, all right? YG is a punk from LA, another one. All right, you have no proof of no Los Angeles gangster rapper being for real. You have no proof, all right, because it was all made up bullshit. And on top of that, the next thing we're going to look at before we go, hold up. Even though ourselves are going to go already, we just going to see if Chris Brown going to keep his music or he ain't. Because I'm going to tell y'all right now, I said if Chris Brown was smart, he would have been sold his music. He would have been retired. He'd have been got out of here. But his ass wouldn't stop. So I'm going to tell y'all, God damn it, if Suge Knight could lose death row and everything. If Whitney Houston, Bobby Christina, people kept telling me Chris Brown is the main one with his catalog. Let's take a bet. How long you think going to keep it now? And let's ask another question. How many more years do you think going to have it? Do you think going to die with it? I'm telling you right now what's going to happen to Chris Brown, y'all. All right? Because they say he's facing 10. Some telling me they're going to lock this boy up for 10 years in Europe. Some telling me that. You know why? He ran. For 2, they're going to get payback on him. Trust me on that. Guess what else he didn't do? He didn't support Diddy. All right? And Diddy's his goddamn uncle. It's just that he was blackballed. He got kicked out. He was the dirty nephew that made his uncle ashamed of his ass. That's all it was. All right? And, you know, somebody else became a favorite. And don't forget, they be trolling the fuck out of Chris Brown. They be trolling Chris Brown and Jay-Z and Beyonce and Drake. Yes, they do. They be trolling their ass. Why? Because they see Chris Brown doing this shit. What the fuck you think Rihanna do when she see this? Rihanna love that shit, bro. You know Rihanna smoke gas too? Rihanna loves this shit. She loved to see Chris Brown struggle. That fool been struggling for a minute. Bro, how would you feel? Your ex became a billionaire. That's torture, bro. Your wife became a billionaire. But it really was the motivation of you hitting her ass. Wow. Because she was with you, bro. Rihanna would have been with you selling fucking clothes, jackass. Here's the joke. Before we go, thanks for staying tuned. You get the joke in the end. Rihanna selling clothes called Fenty. Major brand, right? Major brand. They were together as a couple. When it all banned out, he was selling clothes from his house. Any more questions? Huh? Any more questions of a low-down, dirty piece of shit boy from the country streets of Virginia? Any more questions? Huh? No, stupid is as stupid does. Guess what? You are who you are before you got here. You're just showing who you are. You're showing you an idiot raised in the country part of Virginia. You ain't from Richmond. You ain't from the Tidewater. You from the goddamn sticks, and you're proving it, bro. This shit they do in the country, putting shit at a goddamn yard sale. So what we had a proof of? Chris Brown was a dummy the whole time. Why? They both was rich. They both selling clothes, but one person ain't doing the shit right. Any more fucking questions? All right? And that's why they laugh at his dumb ass. All right? That's it. But once Diddy get your ass, you're never the same after that, y'all. So, anybody want more smoke? It was Jay-Z that blackballed Chris Brown. Period. He did that shit to Rihanna. He messed up the money. But you didn't know Diddy was controlling him. Diddy and Jay-Z put them two together, y'all. But he fucked it up. So that's why his ass had to get blackballed. He only been surviving from the internet. So I'm going to ask you again. I'm going to say it again for those who do not believe. And you got to prove what I'm saying. When was the last time you saw Chris Brown on a red carpet major event? Major. Red carpet, in the crowd, inside the building. The past 5 years plus. You won't be able to show me that? Let's go back to when him and Drake had that fight with the bottles. Chris Brown was blackballed since then. He was blackballed before that. Facts. Because remember, he been got blackballed, but he kept the grudge going about 3 years. He kept the grudge going. He been blackballed, y'all. And the truth is, Drake did take his spot. So I keep telling you, the truth is, Drake took his spot, Usher's spot at the same fucking time. So it's a lot of reasons why they don't like them. Why? Chris Brown was really Diddy artist. Usher was really Diddy artist. Drake was flirting around Rihanna. Jay-Z artist. Drake been trolling them the whole time, y'all. Been telling y'all that. The shit been personal. You'll see everybody when they get away from Diddy and Jay-Z, they start clowning. Ha, ha, ha. You heard Nicki do it. Drake did it. Rihanna do it. Because they know. Ha, ha, ha. Y'all stayed with them too long. They pimped y'all out, dummies. That's why y'all hot, in trouble. They knew that shit. You mess with Jay-Z, Diddy, your career going to be over. You're going to be in trouble. They're going to make you do shit. Bad, good. You're going to be like Megan, caught up, slander, scandal, Casanova in jail. Ha, ha. That's what they be doing to their punk ass. Then you're going to see the era that didn't fuck with them. Future winning. Drake winning. ASAP winning. You're going to see all of them from that era winning. Regardless of the fact, whether you like them or not, you're going to see. The ones that stayed away from them old bastards, they still good to this day. You're going to see it clear as day because they knew. Lead them back. Them niggas think they controlling me. Fuck that shit. That's what they did, y'all. So you'll see it. That's why it's like that. This is the pitch of he who last laughed the best. That's it right here. This called a real couple. This called they really happy. So look at them and understand that 2025 ain't as miserable as you think. It's only miserable if you're a miserable person. It's only a messed up year if you're a piece of doo-doo. That's it. It's only bad for you if you see yourself in Diddy and Cassie. That's when it's bad for you. Other than that, that shit ain't got nothing to do with me. All right? It's called certified fuck-ups. They fucked up. They got to live with it. Now they being embarrassed and spanked because the whole world didn't know about Chris Brown. They do now. This is also to stop all Chris Brown tours. The beginning of Chris Brown going broke has now started, y'all. Remember, I told you that. All right? It's called payback. On that note, y'all stay tuned. Holler at y'all later. Once some people go black, they never go back. But one thing they kept doing was going back to that man Diddy and that freak-off situation. All right? So now you see why Diddy said, Your Honor, I didn't do nothing wrong. They were willing participants. It was consensual. Are you getting that? When he did something to Chris Brown as a teenager, but you see Chris Brown back at 30? Okay, then. Your Honor, they're willing participants. I didn't do nothing. All right? The baby all revelation's been revealed already, y'all. Game over. On that note, let's continue the show. Holler at y'all later. I Sergeant D, Barbara Floyd, JJ, what's good? EK69. Let's enjoy this Friday, enjoy this weekend, enjoy this year. We out. One. See that? See his behavior, right? This is the shit he do. This is the shit he does, man. Even when he take the pictures, he don't even be serious. He holding that woman like he about to take a vet, like he about to do something to her. What the fuck is wrong with Chris Brown, man? All right? He's a fucking weirdo, y'all. All he did was get a bunch of tats and play a fake-ass tough guy. Chris Brown is a flaming-ass punk, y'all. Yes. Think about him as a flaming punk that talked with a hiss and beat on it. Yeah. He one of them type. Chris Brown the type, when he fight a woman, y'all, he swing his hand like a, you know what I'm talking about? He don't punch. He do that windmill shit. That's him. Yeah. He fight a woman doing a windmill. That's what Chris Brown is, y'all. Don't get it fucked up. All right? He windmill fight a chick. What's up? He also got that girl in trouble overseas doing that nasty dance on her, made a man fire her ass. That's what he do. He's a pervert too. He already showed who he is, man. That's it. No, this called what Diddy do to your ass, y'all. Look what Diddy did to him. Now Diddy really abused them light-skinned men. He ain't got no love for them. See what Diddy did to Chris Brown? All right. Now I'm gonna show you the relation. I'm gonna show you how Diddy do your ass. Now look at him. See how Diddy do your ass? That's right. See the pattern, right? He in a home, Chris Brown in jail. Either way, you ain't gonna be right after that. There's no such thing as your life getting better after Diddy. You have no proof of that. If Cassie ain't put that lawsuit, she'd have been fucked up. Cassie said, hell no. Ain't no way in hell I'm gonna be with a fucking billionaire and they gonna see me hopping out of cabs in New York City. That ain't gonna happen. All right? Because the truth is, she didn't get this money, her ass was gonna be broke. She was gonna be broke as a joke, y'all. Yes, she was. She had nothing. Yeah, she had to get that money because she was not trying to be seen in no fucking Ubers. No. Then again, she ain't deserve that. So she had to get her money, man. But just know that Diddy and Cassie, they did that to this nigga right here. Yes, they did. All right? Those who don't get it, before, after. Before, after. I'm out, man. Chris Brown is done. They got him by the balls. That's right. Hold him in there. You know, he'll pump. It's in Europe. Man, they hold that fool one summer. When you a celebrity like Chris Brown, y'all, you never missed a summer. And you overseas, get him one summer. That fool will be ready to sell them masters so quick. They got Chris Brown by the balls now. They got his ass. They gonna scare him. They gonna threaten this dumbass. He come back, he ain't gonna have the masters. He's done, y'all. He finished. They got him now. Chris Brown gonna be so scared. He ain't never been to jail. He overseas. Chris Brown facing 10 years, y'all. What you want, Chris Brown? Get the masters up. Only lawyer the lawyer say he want the masters and he'll do it. Only way he'll defend your case, he need the masters. If not, Chris Brown, you're gonna do 10 years. Chris Brown start counting that fool see 2035. He said, oh shit. All right, y'all. He like, okay. That's it. He done. Yes. We out. More proof. YG ain't want no woman the whole time. YG ain't want no coochie. Hopefully now, 2025, y'all understand every relationship was staged, fake event because they're all two-way. The woman is bisexual, the man bisexual. They get together with all these fake-ass couples. That's all you've been seeing. That's all you've been seeing. marketing schemes, marketing plans. It also applies with the dysfunction. Why you didn't know, they also promote breakups, break up. So you break up. Did you even I can prove to y'all they make up stories of abuse? They make shit up. What's the new Hollywood shit? Acting out in purpose, acting out in public. What I mean is this is what they do too. Making fake police reports. Huh? I'll give you a clue. A lot of fake ass reports come out of where? Hollywood. No, they staged a lot of dysfunction events, y'all. Why? Because they understood the black community operate off dysfunction, not playing with you. So you're gonna see this week, hallebailey. What you heard about? An assault situation with DDG, right? Assault, right? This same week, YG. What he talking about on national TV? Assault. So you mean to tell me they just all assault people, huh? So they all wait till they get rich to assault. They all wait till they get rich, then they be abusive. No, y'all, I'm telling you, they be acting all this shit out, man. They be fucking lying their ass off, y'all. I'm telling you what they do. The narrative has to always be betrayed that them people ain't shit, they ain't never gonna be shit, and they gotta always be promoted. That's right. It's all a lie, y'all. Ain't no such thing as the shit they be talking about because they don't be with women for real. So I'm asking about YG, ladies, California. You have any proof he liked women or love women? Nope. No, y'all, he was a male dancer. He was a goddamn ass seller. Y'all ain't get it. When you're a black man from Los Angeles, most of them sell their ass. That's right. It's very expensive out there. One thing I didn't notice, it's set up like that. The way Los Angeles set up, if you are not legit with a corporate job, a good job, city job, right? Something legit, warehouse. You're going to have to sell drugs, but a lot of them sell their ass. What they sell their ass to? The perverts in Hollywood. It was the rich white men in Hollywood that will always buy a black man ass from South Central. And then you're going to know why Tookie Williams and all them LA gangsters always walked around with no shirt on. Huh? Flexing muscles and jerry curls. They always know they get that money from them Hollywood people. When I went into this game, you're going to see a lot of black men in California, Hollywood, they be pursuing that shit from kids. One way or another. They don't stop neither, y'all. Either they want to be an actor, a rapper, a bodyguard, a manager. They want to be something. They don't stop, y'all. Because they know when you poor, that's where the money at. This is a secret you get into the Diddy case too. All the Hollywood perverts, they been buying black boys' ass. That's right. When I've been learned recent that Hollywood was the home of transsexual because the Hollywood people love them, the directors, the film people, it go back to way back 100 years ago, 50 years, 70 years. They've been like that. That's when I've been New California, been the gayest. I'm talking about the hood. I'm talking about LA. That's right. Because they was raised amongst all of that Hollywood freaky shit. It's just that you thought it was normal when them fools had jerry curls. That's right. No. There's a reason for that shit. That's the home of male escorts too. California. Did you know California is a place where if you ain't got nothing but a decent body, you can make some money? That's Los Angeles. A lot of y'all didn't know that. You didn't know that when they found the male model and that male model could rap or sing, that's a jackpot. Bingo. He got the looks. He already know how to be pimp. Let's go. That's what they were doing. Now I'm also giving the proof, family. It was never no such thing as a rapper getting signed and being big. Nope, because you had to be selected. Keep telling you that. You got to be selected. I will go through every one of their stories and show how they were selected or somebody. Nope. We out.